You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting citizen. Come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather around the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Gonna talk to guests, only got the best. Gonna put their knowledge to the test. Gonna laugh and eat, gonna listen, treat, gonna show you things you've never seen. Gonna sing the song to the break of dawn. Gonna run this party all night long. So come on everybody, let me see you dance. Get yourself ready, you got one more chance. You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation collecting citizen. Come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather around the boys and girls, collectors from around the world. Let's show the people what they need to know. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hey. Welcome to the show. It's the PlayStation Collectors Podcast. My name's Joe Rad. We're on season 4, episode 15? 15, something like that? Good God. Joining us this evening, we have Mr. Rad Bash. How you doing, buddy?
Living the dream.
And for the first time on the show, Mr. Ken from the Super Retro Force as well.
Hey guys,
How you doing, buddy?
Fine.
Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. So I was saying before the show, your backgrounds both look sick. 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
It's very important. That's like the first thing I notice when people come on the show.
I made
Nice.
mine.
You don't live in a purple brick house?
No, I wish. Wouldn't that be so cool to have a purple brick
It
room,
would be, actually.
spray paint it?
Like some sort of Ninja Turtle layer or something.
Yeah,
That would
that'd
be
be
pretty, yeah. So, why don't you guys tell us a little about yourself? What is the Super Retro Force?
You want me to take it, Ken?
Mhm.
Okay. The Super Retro Force is a team of content creators who started out solo, but decided somewhere along the line we wanted to make a big group channel. And so that's what we did. We got a bunch of creators from the retro game community and merged together into one giant channel to bring you okay retro game videos.
I appreciate the modesty. That's nice. How many members you guys up to right now?
12 currently.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass. And how often you guys putting out videos?
Every Saturday. We sometimes will throw out a random review on like a Wednesday, but for the most part, it's every Saturday is when we put out videos.
That's pretty awesome. So yeah, if you guys are interested in the links in below, you guys can subscribe in the comments below. So Rad, we talked a little bit last time. Ken, what do you like to collect? What's
Me, I like a lot of obscure games. Like I try my best to get what I had when I was a kid, but mostly I try to get those games that barely nobody knows, like Dingo Rupert Land and stuff like that, like super obscure game that barely people know around here.
That's cool. Yeah, I like found a lot of obscure games lately once I got into emulation. That's actually where I found out a lot about weird stuff, because that's when I started delving into like Japanese libraries and European libraries and just stuff that like just wasn't on my radar at all. So that could be pretty cool. And then there's like cool regional exclusives and stuff. Like, do you collect like all consoles or just like a specific one? Or
no, I actually right now I'm collecting for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, Xbox, Xbox 360, Wii. That I'm trying to get a few more on Wii. I'm trying to get DS ones. The GameCube is gonna be really hard because they're getting really pricey lately. I got a few of Vitas and a few of PSP. So I'm mostly correct about everything. It's all depending on what I'm looking for.
That's cool. I like to hear people say they're collecting for PS4. It's like moved on to that phase finally where it's not.
Now it's the time. Yeah,
it is.
No, like focusing on it. But yeah, I think now is the best time to get PS4 stuff.
Agreed.
You can get some crazy good deals and really, really cheap games right now. So definitely one of my favorite consoles to collect for, which is surprising. I didn't think it was going to be like that, but statistically speaking, I have more PS4 games than anything. So
yeah, me too.
Same.
Although I don't know about you guys, but like I'm entering this weird phase where like I'm thinking I've been buying Switch again. I'm kind of going back to the Switch just a little bit because I'm starting to lean more towards that the new console will have backwards compatibility. It got nothing to back that up other than I want it to. So
That's good enough.
yeah,
That's good.
I called Nintendo and I said, "Hey, you listen here." And, yeah, no. So,
And
but
the Switch has so much variety. Like the Switch, I feel like from all the console, even though the PlayStation 4 has a lot of games, Switch has even more, and you can get more shorter games and longer games that you're gonna be spending 40, 60, 80 hours. And people like us that we are adults, let's face it, we are adults, we're getting older. We rarely had time for big games, so Switch holds me.
yeah. Switch, like, so I don't know what for me, like, I really liked collecting for the PS4 and the Switch, and I didn't really care like if it was like a low poly, like 8-bit, 16-bit gap. It didn't really matter. I liked having them on either system.
Right.
But like for some reason, like there are certain games that like I don't want to buy some throwback retro game for PS5. I just think it's dumb.
It's dumb.
Like I don't need to play this NES remake with PS5.
That's fair.
Like makes more sense to get it on the Switch.
Right.
So before, when I had the choice of the PS4 or the Switch, I would get one or the other, and a lot of the times PS4. But now it's the Switch or the PS5, and like more and more, I'm like, that's dumb. I'm just gonna get it on the Switch.
We're not doing that. We're good.
So, but like anything where I actually would care about the graphics, the FPS, ray tracing. If I really, any AAA super brand new fancy schmancy title, I'm not getting Hogwarts on the Switch or anything. I'm definitely going for the PS5 for that stuff. But yeah, it's interesting. But like, yeah, I keep thinking like if there's going to be backwards compatibility with the new Switch, it's kind of like reinvigorated my collecting for it.
Yeah.
So I can keep playing this on the new system when it comes out. So I don't know. Call me crazy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. What about you, Rad Basher? You've been collecting lately?
Everything. Mostly switching to horror, trying to build up my horror collection, but everything. My last thing I was like mostly like 360 games, but yeah, I'm mostly just horror at this point. Nuts. Hello, nuts.
Well, it's pretty much the most expensive thing to collect at this point. Horror games are just nuts.
Oh, dude, they're pricey.
Mm-hmm. You get anything like recently? Any good pickups? Anything crazy?
I did. I picked up a couple horror games that I set aside for this, so I don't get caught off guard like last time. I learned my lesson.
Oh, well, we have 3 new lightning rounds for you this time to throw you off, so don't worry about it. We have the quiz, we have the physical challenge, and then no, I'm just kidding. Truth or dare.
I was about to say I ain't doing nothing physical. You got me messed up. I am moving.
I set up a double dare thing outside each of your houses. You have to find the PS3 game and the giant noses, green snot. It's gonna be sweet, dude. The old TV games were wild. Old TV shows were wild.
They went hard though. They used to go hard. Now they're kind of just like mellowed out.
Yeah, man. We had the best TV game shows growing up. We had that, dude. We had like Legends of the Hidden Temple. Shit was dope. Yeah. And then we had those video games like that Arcade. Was it Arcade? What was it? I can't remember. Kids Arcade, something like that. Dang it, I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, is that the one where they'd play through the random different games?
They would play like video games, but like it would be like in person, like they would like be in a room.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
A green screen,
and
they
do like the side scroller. Yeah, what was it? I remember that.
Yeah, I remember a little bit of that. Yeah,
and this is where we need Reggie for. He'd be screaming it. He knows exactly what it is. Anyway, still love those shows, dude. I remember being a kid watching them though, just being like, these kids suck. It's a real gamers on here.
Better.
How do these scrubs get in here? They suck. Like seriously, I remember being so mad. Oh man, the good old days. So Figsy will be along in a little bit in case anyone's wondering. He's just running a little late. And Mad Belmont was going to join us. Hello, Mad Belmont. How are you?
Belmont.
But he had some unfortunate power issues, internet issues or something like that. I'm assuming he's somewhere in the country where the storm is affecting things.
Yep.
So yeah, anybody out there dealing with that, I hope you guys are okay. I heard there was some serious problems down the coast, and I heard there's some fucking dam broke in Tennessee or something. You guys see that?
No, what?
Some like crazy dam broke in Tennessee and flooded like all these places. And there's all these videos of like people in their houses with like 5 feet of water flowing through their house. And
I think I saw a video like that. So that wasn't Tennessee's.
Yep. I don't know. As a collector, man, that gave me anxiety.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, dude, we got tornadoes around here. My heart every time. I'm like, take me with, like holding onto the shelves. Like, take me with.
Yeah, that's just a video of me on my ceiling almost falling with water damage. So
it floods and he just starts screaming. It's funny.
no!
It was tragic, but it was funny.
Dude, that's terrifying.
That's the fear of being a collector. That's like you fear what's gonna happen to, because it's not just stuff. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money.
Way too
Like
much.
it'll give you anxiety, and if it doesn't, you're not a real collector.
True. And like, I talked about it with my girlfriend too, and she's like, yeah, maybe we should insure the collection. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool. It'd be nice to get paid for it, but it's like losing that stuff would still be like absolutely emotionally devastating. That's like, this is such a curated collection. Like,
right. Well, they're not going to give you what it's worth. They'll give you like half of that. You'll get like, let's say it's worth 40,000, give you 20.
Yeah,
of course. So then you got to start over, and who's to say those prices are still, you know what I mean? Like it's more so the time. You don't get the time back.
No.
Yeah, they're never gonna believe me that I own 40 copies of Elder Scrolls.
What? Nah.
I'm dead serious.
They'd be like, why?
So like I ordered order of PS4 replacement cases, and I got 40 sealed copies of an Elder Scrolls expansion, the white one, Elsewhere or whatever.
Yeah.
That was what they sent me. And so I have 40 copies of this game. But what's funny is I've swapped out all the cases. So I have 40 copies in destroyed, crappy, gross cases and stuff like that.
Oh my God.
And so what I do is like anytime my friends ask me to send them games, I'm like, yeah, you're getting a couple of these.
Yes, you got to autograph them and go to Bonds and like hand them out. Be like, yeah, check out my channel. Here you go.
You can't be mad. It's a bonus. It's free. What are you gonna be mad about?
That's funny, Cubby.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I always joke like anytime like they're like people, you should do a giveaway. I'm like, I'll do a giveaway. 10 copies of Elder Scrolls to the next 10 subs. You'll
lose subs. People will unsubscribe.
Sending me this. Copies. You said I won one. Why are you sending me? Keep sending me?
I'm like, this guy's giving me garbage. Unsub.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Belmont said Georgia and Tennessee just got hit hard as Florida. Kentucky, where I live, just caught with a quick hook from the stupid hurricane. Yeah.
Yep.
So I like living in New England. Nothing happens like that.
Your neighbors. Our neighbors.
We got no tornadoes.
Yeah,
we got no big scary snakes. We don't got no big scary bugs.
And in my area, we only got one little tornado, and it just was like nothing. It was like, done. Bye.
You just got to deal with snow. And as a social, an inverted video game addict who doesn't want to leave the house anyway, snow's fine.
There you go.
Totally fine. Like not even an issue.
We just get ice here. We don't even get snow. We just get ice. Ice in the sky tries to kill us every other day.
That sounds
beautiful.
like aliens. Like, what do you mean?
I'd take aliens over tornadoes any day.
Oh, so you get tornadoes, yeah. No.
All the time. Dude, I'm in Oklahoma. The sky is literally trying to kill us all the time.
That is actually really scary.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I've seen that movie Twister. No, thank you.
Yeah,
exactly.
I stay in New England.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We also have like pretty good sports teams. Even if anyway, I don't want to talk about that shit. So,
thank God.
First bit of drama. Did you guys see? There was drama at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo where Reggie is. Did you guys see that someone pulled a fucking fire alarm on him?
Really?
Oh, what?
Yeah, dude. So on Twitter, there's all these posts from all these people. Like everybody, like they had to evacuate the whole building for like an hour. Pretty cool, man. Pretty nice thing to do.
Don't they have like arcade machines and shit in there?
Yeah. So I don't know if like sprinklers went off or anything crazy like that. I think someone just pulled the fire alarm.
Oh, that's good. I was about to say, I was like, dude, that would.
Well, they have like all that planned out with panels and all that stuff, and like you're screwing with everybody's day, everybody's schedule, and certain people probably can only go for a certain amount of time. So overall, it's just a crappy thing. But who knows? Maybe it was like a malfunction or.
I doubt it. I doubt it. That was probably someone being a dick.
Yeah, it was a throw.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So, but yeah, I just thought I'd share that. That was the big drama of the Portland Retro Gaming Expo.
Dude, that sucks. Those poor guys.
So we're not going to talk about the whole show, but I did want to talk about some PlayStation news. So did you guys? I don't suppose any of you tried to get the 30th anniversary Pro Edition.
No.
No.
Not even attempted to. It's the thought of the frustration of it. I was all set. So I was able to secure a couple of the controllers, which was cool.
Okay.
And then I got one of the portals, which I'm pretty happy about.
Okay.
That's like the handheld
The handheld, yeah. The
thing.
handheld.
Right? Okay. Yeah. No.
So the portal is definitely, it's not for everybody, but like I actually have 2 PS5s, and like I use one for my girlfriend will watch TV or play a game on it on the TV, and I use the other PS5 and I use my portal and I play on that.
Okay.
So for me,
That's
it's
smart.
actually has like a really like use for it. I use it all the time. And so I thought it would be neat to have, and it was funny too because I was like really on the fence about it. I'm like I wanted it, but I'm like I kind of don't care, but I kind of do care. And I was just like sitting there, and I'm like, this is one of those times where I know if I just don't get it, I'm gonna regret it. Like I know I am going to regret it, and I'm probably going to try to seek it out down the line and buy it secondhand. I just knew it. I was like, if I'm in this situation, I'm flip floppy like this. I always end up on the I'm going to get it.
Right, it's the best way because that happened to me a lot with games. I go like, do I really need it right now? I have a bunch of games, and then I let it go, and then it goes up in price. I'm like, damn it.
Mm-hmm. That's the worst. It literally is. So I ended up logging back in, sat in the queue for a few hours while I was working, and I got it, and I got the portal like literally like I'm thinking like 20 minutes before they said it sold out.
Oh,
so
wow.
I got it right in the end, and I got one. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then like immediately, of course, on eBay, like they were being sold for like $1,000.
Yeah.
And I was
like, the scalpers are crazy. I saw the
Scalpers.
PS5 Pro, those editions were for like $6,000 or above. I was like, there ain't no way.
Yeah, absolute
no way.
madness. Absolute madness. You know, and it's a pretty console, and I get it. But man, I don't know. But hey, there's people out there. You just got to understand, there are people out there that just have so much, disposable income. It does not matter.
Yeah.
How much they spend. It just doesn't matter to them. I mean, that's just what it is. Like it could be some dude in Dubai.
Yeah, right.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's nothing, dude. That's my weekly allowance.
Pennies for them.
Whatever. So yeah. So it's you can't judge people for spending their money. If they got it, but it's just oh man, it makes me feel bad because there are a lot of people I know who are really obviously like huge PlayStation fans. Like they're obsessed. Like I know these guys have they're and they couldn't get one. And that makes me sad because it's like guys like that, like I wish they have like some sort of loyalty program or something for people like this. Like they had like a thing where you had to have an account to get one. Which makes sense. Okay. That's cool. That sort of works. But like, how about an account that's a year old?
Yeah, not you just made it like something that you've had for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think places like Costco, because I buy some stuff from Costco. Places like Costco, they only allow you to buy one, and you have to have the subscription, the membership, for you to buy one. And they don't sell you 2 or 3, and they make sure that you're there. Like, come back or send your kids and shit. Right. So they try their best to see who is going there when it comes to those things. At least my Costco from my area does that. I don't know other Costcos.
Yeah, I don't know. So first of all, 12,300 is just not a lot. That is not a lot. It may sound like a lot. That's nothing. There are millions of people who buy like PlayStation. Millions. 12,000 is nothing. I don't know. Why do they do this sort of stuff to their own customers? Like the whole point of this stuff is supposed to be celebrate their history. And like, it's like they make this super limited elite FOMO thing for like just a small handful of people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not that cool.
They made their money. They don't care.
Yeah. And another thing too, that irritates me a little bit is like, they could come out with plates for the original models too.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. I would buy that. I could get down on that. Why
can't I get like a 30th anniversary set of plates from my original disc model? Like, and I don't get the logic there because it's just printing money for them. It's just some plastic, and they could sell them for like $75 a piece, and they'd sell them all day long.
People will buy them.
Yeah, of course. I would. Like, that's cool.
Dude, did you remember what happened with the Spider-Man plates? People going nuts for those.
Yeah. Didn't the same thing happen? They like sold out really fast. Yeah.
Yep. So they sold out, the disc edition sold out like wicked fast, and you could get the digital one for a while, but eventually those were gone too, and it's just they're really expensive to get, and I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, it's like you have a massive demand. Why wouldn't you meet it? I don't get it, but it drives me crazy.
Right.
That was the thing I was complaining about with Squaresoft for so long too. I was like, with the stupid Pixel remastered collection, I'm like, people are paying $1,000 for this, $2,000. Will you freaking print some more? What is going on? And then at the same time, I'm reading these articles all the week. Well, Square missed their money and they're not making any money, and they lost money on this game and they lost money on that game, and their stock's down and all that. I'm like, what? Print some games.
Yeah. What do you expect?
The money's there. What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, I think we have a guest. Hey, there he is, everybody. It's Mr. Pigsy. What's up, brother?
What's up,
How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
How's life down under?
Well, I didn't get any of the PlayStation anniversary shit because I'm not a level 5 member at EB Games. I don't suck enough dick. I've had to sign up for a ballot to go into a ballot to have a chance to buy the PS5 Pro. Fingers crossed. But I doubt that'll go to people that I'm sure have made 400 accounts because it was an email-based sign up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and how much was it in Australia anyway? Wasn't it some ungodly?
It was cheap as chips, only $1,750. But they're already selling on eBay for $5,000. So
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's pricey.
I can't believe the controllers were selling out so fast. That was shocking.
I tried to get one.
Pixie just wanted something. He was like, "I'll take anything I could get."
I'll buy the paperclip if you have it. Sell me that.
I had the money. You can't buy stuff with money
picture.
these days, apparently, unless it's on eBay. It's ridiculous. Just make. It just turned me completely off buying modern stuff. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just buy some old games because I like that shit. It's cool. It's going in my collection. There isn't 10,000 scalpers out there all trying to buy it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've just accepted that I'm not getting this. I said last week on the podcast that I'm only going to buy it at retail price. If I miss out at retail, then I've missed out. Not buying at scalper prices. That's not what I do.
No.
Yeah, it sucks. But it is what it is. This is not a new thing. This happened with the PS5 when they launched, and it's only gotten worse since then. It'll happen with the new Switch comes out. And then we're even going to see a future where I see physical games being like this because they just are going to make less and less. And it's
Oh, it's gold.
It's going to be a shit show to get them.
Yep. And I'm so turned off by the idea now that not only do I have to worry about getting the console that's been scalped, I have to worry about finding a disc drive now that's been scalped too.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
The fact they've
It's so
split it up into two separate things is
so stupid.
frustrating, dude.
So stupid.
If I do manage to go on, Joe,
Every time I hear about the disc drive,
wait
it
for a
frustrates me.
restock of disc drives because they're $300. It's absurd,
That's stupid.
And I'm not down with that. So I don't like the idea. So I don't know. I just lately, I just realize it's a me problem. It's not them. It's the times are changing. It is what it is.
It's not you problem. It's it's how shit's sold these days. It literally favors scalpers and stuff. It's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. They make their money. They don't care. They got their money. It's the real people who want the stuff. We don't get shit.
Exactly.
The scalpers make bank. But yeah, we as the people who actually want it and deserve it don't ever get it. That's why I gave up on it.
The only way this would stop is if the entire community goes, all right, we're all not going to buy eBay prices and make their sit with their product, and that's never going to happen because you all get fear of missing out. But if I don't buy it now, I'll miss out.
I know many of people that buy the PlayStation 5 in $2,000. My brother bought it in $2,500. I was like, "You're stupid." At this point, you're stupid.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, there's no way it wasn't worth that.
No.
And Ken, I'm sure he doesn't play it as much as he thought he was going to use.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. His son play it more. That's a pro, but still, it's too much money for a console. It's
$2.5 grand for your son to play games. You could have just put him in PS4. He would have done the same thing.
Exactly.
Well, the one good sign I will say that as I'm pretty sure right now you can still order the PS5 Pro. I don't think it's sold out. Like I think it's still available. So maybe this time scalpers will get stuck with them fucking things.
I hope
Maybe
so.
there's a few of them who bought like 20 of them and they'll get stuck with 20 of
Can
them.
I comment though? Who wanted a PS5 Pro though? Like prior to the 30th anniversary, I didn't see anyone but like hardcore people who actually wanted the PS5 Pro. I didn't want one. I thought it was a joke.
It was a joke. It's a joke of a system. What, it has like a little bit of enhancements? I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah, and then so if you saw the direct, like this was Sony's chance to like sell the PS5 Pro. I mean, they could have done it in the special. But this presentation was where I think most of us thought, okay, now they're gonna throw down some games that'll be like, this is why you need a Pro. Like it makes sense. You have the hardware, you need the software to sell the hardware. Like there's, having the hardware with nothing to play on, it just doesn't. It's pointless. Right. 3DO back in the day, it's like $700. It does all this stuff. There's like 7 games on them, and it's weird. It's not really doing much. You know what I mean? So,
right.
What'd you guys think of the presentation? Did you guys are you sold now? What do you like?
But it's just on what you just said, Joe. Like you need the software for the hardware, right? It's like you need a $2,000 TV or a monitor to get the PS5 Pro specs out of it. Otherwise, you're not going to be getting what you pay for, right?
Yeah.
If you're sitting there with a 1080p monitor, you ain't getting what you pay for.
That's me. I'm the 1080p guy. I never got a 4K TV. I'm still
the PS4 will look exactly the same as the PS5 Pro, Brad, on your monitor. Like, there's no difference. I only upgraded recently, and I'm like, so this is what it's meant to look like.
Wow.
I was missing or something.
But like I still rarely notice the differences. Like from PS3 games to PS4, I notice like PS1 to 2, 2 to 3. But from PS4 to 5, I'm still like,
not much.
Like Horizon Zero Dawn still looks like a new game to me. Why the fuck are they remastering it?
Yeah.
Like,
money.
Remaster old games, not new games. If you can still play it on that system, just they raised the price of that too.
Yep, that's what killed me.
They
did the Last of Us. The Last of Us got a remake, but you could still play it on the PS4 and like the changes. I don't care what anybody says. I didn't notice anything. Like maybe it looked a little bit better, but they wanted $70 for it. I was like, you smoke crack. There's no way.
Yeah, and then like Figsy said, they're remastering it, and they are offering an upgrade for I think it's $10 if you have the original copy, which is cool.
That's not bad. Yeah, props for that.
But what they did is because they had they offered that, they went and they raised the price of the original game. It was like 20, and I think it's back up to 30 now, or something like that. So your $10 upgrade it's really a $20 upgrade now if you buy the digital copy.
Which I think that's hilarious because Horizon Zero Dawn was classified as their greatest hits series, and they were all sold at $20 each. Yep. Like it was one of those titles. If you go into a shop today, you can pick it up for like $10 in the red case.
Yeah, okay. That's what I have with the DLC.
Yeah, with all the DLC.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Oh, Siri, I'm not talking to you.
She's neglected. Okay,
don't order 20 copies of Horizon Zero Dawn. Stop it.
No, Siri, no.
I'll be playing Ranked Geoguessr, and I talk to myself, and I'm like, "Where's this place?" And Siri's like, "Would you like me to look up this place?"
That's cheating.
No, Siri, no.
Yeah. Anyway, like we talked about this even before the podcast a little bit. So this, like I said, this is the chance to sell the console, and they're telling us to play that game remastered, and I like everybody, and it's just like it's the elephant in the room, and I'm sure that they'll release it someday. But like, what if they had this announced? There was a Bloodborne coming out remastered, 120 FPS.
Oh, I've gone crazy.
And they were going to come out with a console with edition with a controller with it.
Sold. Sold.
Yeah.
That's
That
actually a
would be
game
amazing.
that people are screaming for. Fans have made a 4K version on PC. It's only playable on console on 720. It is an amazing game.
Oh,
Like,
so
there's clear, like, if you go on Twitter once a week, Bloodborne is trending, and I'm always like, "Oh, did it get announced?" No,
I
it's just
bet you they did what they did with Demon Souls, that they gave it to
Oh,
another company.
bro,
That would have
please.
been great.
I would
People
buy
will
that
have
in a
Blue
eat
heartbeat.
that
Games.
really fast. They will have eat it really fast, but there's also an opportunity again.
And I'll pay full price for that.
Yeah, I will
Oh,
pay
yeah.
for price.
Oh,
Yeah, hell
yeah.
yeah. For Bloodborne, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got the platinum trophy in it, and it was amazing. But I remember some scenes where it's like, "What's going on? I can't fucking
Yeah.
see."
Yeah, it's at some point she's like, "What the fuck was that?" I'm like trying to watch.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like Demon Souls on PS3. Like when you're in the swamp, it's pitch black.
Oh,
On
dude.
PS5, it looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
There are some games where you get the justification.
Yeah, and I feel like that's just what was missing from the presentation. I mean, they had the sequel to Ghosts, which is cool, and it does look
That looks
nice.
good. That looks really good.
It looks
Set
good.
in Hokkaido, that'd be really cool.
It looks
Another-
cool.
Another one that I was checking because I'm playing a game that's called Lost in Rondo. The same company that did that game, Lost in Rondo,
Mhm.
is making the Midnight Walk. I like that game because it's like it's totally full claymation. So
Mhm.
to me, it looks dope. That was one of the games I was like, yeah, I want that game. But
That looked
beyond
cool.
that, like,
Yeah, that one had like almost like a Little Nightmares,
yeah,
creepy, artistic vibe to it. That looked kind of neat.
I just beat those for the first time, both Little Nightmares games. Oh, so
It's gonna
good.
be awesome.
Those games
Yeah.
are so good. Love those.
yeah.
Yeah, they have like oh man, I don't know, like that, like almost like a creepy fairy tale type.
Tim Burton style. Tim
Yeah.
Burton.
Yeah, I like the artwork, and I don't know, just some people, when you see the art they make, I'm like, you have a weird mind.
I love it. I love it.
What is going on in there?
I'm all for it.
That was
all
one of
for
those
it.
games. So I'm like, this is a creepy shit. And it kind of reminded me. It's like, I don't know, certain art. Like, did you read Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark when you were a kid?
Yeah. Oh,
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Hell
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
the art in that book is insane. It's so good. I'm
Oh,
just
the,
like
the toe lady freaked me out as a kid.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
a
the
big old
spider
fat-
face.
Yep.
Um,
Nope.
Do you know what story always freaked me out the most? It was the one about, I don't remember his name, like Hal or something like that. It was about these two guys who had like a scarecrow. They were abused.
Harold.
Oh yeah.
Harold.
Yeah.
Harold the Scarecrow.
Yeah, and they would always abuse him and do horrible things to him and stuff like that. And then like one day, like some lady sees Harold like drying out their skins on the roof of the house.
Yeah, bro. Dude. Yep. That's the whole reason I watched the movie, and I
Yeah.
was so let down.
And yeah, that always creeped me the hell
Yeah.
out when I was a little
Yep.
kid, man. I don't know, man. I was always like, yo, like that. If I was in a dark basement by myself, that was the shit I'd think about. I'm like, yo, I'm out of here. I don't know.
I used to bug my kids with the finger one. You know that he found the finger, put it in the soup, and
Yeah,
ate
put it.
something like that.
Yeah.
And my finger or something like that. I used to bother my kids with that story all the time.
Yeah, dude. I like I miss old horror anthology stuff. Like we kind of got did you guys see the new Guillermo del Toro horror show that on Netflix that he did?
Yeah.
On Netflix,
yes.
the Cabinet of Curiosities,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I saw
That was
one.
pretty good. I enjoyed
Yeah, it
that.
was.
Not all the episodes were
Yeah, that's what I was about to
equally
say.
good.
Some were like hit or miss. Yeah.
It's kind of like watching Black Mirror, same thing. You're like,
Yeah.
this is cool, and then this is not, and this is cool, and this is not.
There's another one anthology. There's kind of like horror, kind of like not, and Netflix, but I forgot the name. It's Korean. And I told you the name, Bash, but I totally forgot it right now. Damn it.
Yeah, I forgot to.
I've heard about this one too. I forget the name too, but people rave about it.
Yeah.
I think that my favorite though is you guys see the Creep Show movies, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old school ones. Yeah.
Hell
Creep
yeah.
Show 1 and Creep Show 2. Yeah, those are always my favorite growing up. I loved those, dude.
What? No love for Creep Show 3.
I don't think I've seen Creep Show 3.
It's terrible. Don't watch it. It's
probably
absolutely terrible.
fine.
It has nothing to do with the originals. It's garbage. Hot garbage.
Another good anthology. Oh, anthology is Cat Eye. I think it's called Cat Eye. It's from
That
I
one's
think
good.
it's
The
from-
Stephen King one, I think. Right?
Yes.
Did you guys watch the new Goosebumps?
No.
Oh,
It was terrible.
Okay.
It's terrible. Don't watch it. I was so let down. It has like nothing to do with Goosebumps. It's so.
I used to love the books when I was a kid. They were so good.
I
I love
love
the
the
books.
book.
The
So
It's
books
that
amazing.
format of like skipping to random pages. Is so
Yeah.
cool.
yes.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new Goosebumps.
Don't waste your time.
Yeah, I'm shocked as a Creepshow 3.
It's terrible. Don't waste your time.
I feel like that's very common though. Like usually, like the first movie will be made. This is back in the day. Like it would have a budget and it would be made like in a real studio and it would be good. It would be a hit. So then
the second one's usually the best.
And then the second one, well, it depends. The second one could back in the day. It depends. It could be straight to VHS or straight to DVD. That was like a quality of the movies. And then they would be like the third one, they'd be like, we don't give an F anymore. And they just like sell the rights to whoever can scrounge up 55 pennies. And then some weirdo would make a third movie that has nothing to do with it.
That's
and
Creepshow 3.
Total disaster.
Basically, what happened to Hellraiser? I think it's Hellraiser 7 or 6, something like that. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, anything after Hellraiser 3, I was out. It had Pinhead in space. I was like,
Well,
yeah, good.
I
Thanks.
thought the Saw movies were great until they got on to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, they're like the twist
Story
every
just went-
time.
Yeah.
It's not even the main killer anymore. It's some chick who like saw him walking down an alley once, and now she decided to be a killer. You're like, what the hell's going on with Saw? They don't even use the doll anymore.
Remember this
It's like,
extra we had in the first one? He's now the killer.
yeah, he's now the killer. The guy who you watched die. No, he's
He was an
alive.
extra, he
He's
should
killing
have picked
everybody.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because everyone ends up dead, so they run out of people.
make
Who
one with,
can
like,
we use?
Chris
We've
Rock?
killed everyone else.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah. Spiral. It's like a spin-off movie of the
But
Saw series.
Spiral was not that bad. I'm sorry. Spiral was not that bad.
I haven't
It
seen
wasn't bad, but like they don't know what they're doing anymore.
No, they
Like,
don't know
it's
what
like-
they're doing. Yeah.
It's like John had cancer and then he survived and then he got his foot cut off and now he's like it's like what the hell is happening? Like just yeah, it's all
Well, that was a story that, you know, in the first movie, it could have been the whole story, no problem. They didn't need to be
did not need more.
continued. It was just after
Exactly.
a while, it just became more like gimmicks. It was like Final Destination.
Oh my
Where
god.
they're like, we'll just think of 30 weird ways to kill people and make a new movie, and then we'll think of 30 weird ways to, and then
That's
we'll make a
what
new
it
movie.
is.
And
They're
Saw,
making another one.
yeah, like
they're
Saw
making-
is just a bunch of sickos
Yeah.
sitting around like, we'll put needles in his balls, and then we'll tie his head up with floss, and then we'll
Yeah, you're right.
we'll
You're
put
actually
his,
just put
he'll
on.
have to play, you know,
the story
a show
came
tune on a
second.
piano, and if he doesn't, the
The
balls get
new,
cut off.
the newer one is called that Bloodlines. Final Destination Bloodlines. Supposedly it's gonna be a reboot to the whole series. I don't know if it's true.
I don't
Uh,
need it.
No.
So, Hellraiser is like my favorite horror movie of all time. Just so you know, that's like
Yeah.
my
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
actual horror movie. Like, I love the Evil Dead movies the most,
Mhm.
but they're not. I don't think they're comedies as far as I'm concerned. They're
Yeah.
like spooky, funny comedies. I don't.
Yeah.
They're not scary. The first one is, I guess, but
They're meant to make you laugh more than anything else.
yeah,
So why
dude,
you-
correct.
So what you guys think about the Hulu one? I like the Hulu one because it's
Oh,
actually
the
follow-
Hulu Hellraiser?
Yeah, because it
It's
kind of
okay.
follows a little bit the book. It strays away really fast, but
Mhm.
it's kind of follow the mythology a little
I
bit.
liked it.
So
It wasn't
I
bad.
like that. Yeah.
That's the one with the chick is the
Yeah,
skinhead,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was okay. I didn't hate it. I liked it way more than the other movies that they made.
Oh,
Yes.
the judgment or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Gosh, man.
yeah,
Anything after 4, like I know 4 is you may find 4 questionable, but I
That
thought
was-
4 was charming in its moments. I liked the flashbacks, the toy maker part with the guy
Yeah.
and the demon and all
Oh.
that stuff.
yeah.
That was cool. But yeah, there's like a rule where like once a franchise goes to space, it's pretty much on its flashback.
I don't say, and he's not even in space. He's like in space for the last 10 minutes of the movie.
Yes.
The whole reason I watched it was like, oh, this is gonna be terrible. He's in space, and then he's in there for the last 10 minutes. I was like, what the hell is the point of this?
Hellworld was the same. Hellworld, you see Pinhead almost at the end of the movie. I was like, what was the point of this movie? I don't know if you remember that one.
Yeah, there was a few of them I watched where like Pinhead, it was like they were like detective noirs or something. and,
Yes.
like, Pinhead would
with-
show up everyone. I'm like, what is
Yeah, with the insurance guy. Yeah, those were bad. They
That's
get
not what
they
I'm
get
here.
bad.
I'm here for creepy one-liners and hooks flying out of the ceiling. Okay,
Yep.
that's what I'm here for. And people's faces getting stretched out and ripped apart. Like I don't know. I just always thought, like I kind of like who would I just not want to fuck with the most in any horror movie? It would be
No,
Pinhead.
Pinhead.
Pinhead,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's no. You're not getting away. You're dead.
No.
Yeah,
And that's
like
eternal.
Jason,
That's forever.
you
Yeah.
can run from Jason for a while. He's kind of slow. You might get away. Freddy, you might be able to get fucking wake your ass up, get out of there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of ways you can get out. Pinhead, you're fucked.
Yeah,
You are
that's
fucked.
forever.
He's gonna be like,
That's-
lock all the doors. Hook's gonna come out of this
Yeah.
nowhere and just you're done. There's nothing. you
1,000
can do.
butt plugs right up for the rest of eternity.
Yeah, and he's gonna say some evil ass shit like, "Oh, I will rip your flesh for all
Believe it.
eternity."
I will
Yeah.
make you eat your balls. Yeah.
Believe it or not, because it's funny because the comics are what you're saying. What you want, read the comics. The comics are brutal.
Oh yeah, the comics
like
in the
each
book.
comics. Oh my god, they're so brutal.
Dude, I should get him.
Yeah,
Oh, they're
get them.
expensive.
Get them.
They're expensive.
Get them.
Of
But
course.
there's Comicsology. If you have a mobile phone, you can download the app. It's from Amazon,
I'm a
and you
physical
can. Oh, you're physical. Yeah, good luck.
Physical,
They're
man.
expensive as hell.
Yeah, they're pricey. I looked for my girl because she wanted them, and I told her I love her,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's never
Nope.
happening.
Let's do it.
I'll probably. I got nothing better than to waste my money. That just sounds fun.
Hey, it's each their own.
I'm gonna buy the new. They have a 4K Hellraiser set for the first 4 movies coming out. It's 120
nice.
bucks
Ooh,
right now.
Nice.
So
I would get that. I like the first 3, so I would do that.
Yeah.
yeah. So the first 2 are amazing. 3 is okay, but 3 is like I always say it's almost comic booky itself.
Oh yeah, hands down. They were like all what you got like the Cenobites towards the end are like all
Yeah,
they look like superhero villains, and you're
Correct.
like, okay,
Like,
hold
here's
on.
CD man, a cigarette girl.
CD the DJ, and he's like
But
shooting
that
like
was-
CDs.
That was
yeah.
not the one the Plybacker was didn't direct or nothing.
Nope.
I think after the second one, Plybacker stopped
was out.
directing them. Yeah, he was like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
And you can clearly tell the difference.
Oh yeah, you can see
Yeah.
that.
So the first 2, especially the first one, but the first 2, they're fairy tales, believe it or not. They're straight up fairy tales about the girl and the evil stepmother and the father and like the puzzle box, all that stuff. They're
Oh
like
dude.
grim fairy tales. That's
Huh.
what they're based off. And like I don't know. They're just so I like those movies because not only are they scary, but they're just really psychologically disturbing.
Yes.
Oh yeah. They'll
They-
mess with you.
It delves into some really twisted stuff if you really get into it. Like it's a mind fuck, the whole thing.
Mhm.
And I don't know, it's just that's one of those like if a movie like if I watch a movie and I'm done and I'm actually like perturbed by it, like I'm actually like I feel like disturbed, I'm like that was a good
Human Centipede, like yes,
that made me sick. I don't know if
that
that
made
was
me very
disturbed.
disturbed.
That was
You know
like
what? It
right-
makes
Oh,
you
Human, I
uncomfortable.
never watched that movie. Yeah, no.
If I was in the front of it, hey, I'm okay. If I'm anywhere in the back, no, thank you. No,
But
thank you.
there's a point when you like gore. I like gore, but there's a point that it's just like my limit. Like the Human Centipede, that was like nah. This is my limit here.
You guys see the South Park though, and he's like, "Oh, Kyle, you want me to eat the vanilla paste or the cuttlefish? Oh, it's a cuttlefish. Okay, here we go."
Isn't that because like he didn't read the iTunes agreement thing
Yeah.
or whatever?
Yes.
He's a
dude.
fine print in the iTunes.
Yeah.
Read. They made him
Oh
into
my
a human centipede.
God.
Oh man, South Park is a treasure to humanity. Is a gift.
So good.
Yeah.
It's so good because it's like a little bit of realism in there.
Yeah, South Park don't care. They'll go hard.
It's enough to make you go, but could they do this to us?
It
No, I had a bone to pick with you, and I wanted to do it on the show.
okay.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
You've taken 40 hours of my life in the last week.
What did I
Addicted
do?
to this game called Keeper.
It's not
I'm
my
like-
fault.
Fully gone. Nah, and going to bed like after 2:00. You know when you're hungry and you get up after like a big session. You're like, I'm really fucking hungry. I'm like, wow, I gotta stop playing.
Hmm.
What's
That's
the game?
the time.
That's called Core Keeper. I've been streaming it.
Oh, that's the one you've been playing. Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah.
Let me see it.
It's a time vampire is what it is. It is absolutely one of those games where you're like, I'm going to play for 5 minutes. It's been 5 hours. What
Or-
the fuck? Like
Core Keeper.
It's sort of like Stardew Valley meets Dragon Quest Builders meets Terraria meets Crack.
I can see. Yes. Okay. Yes.
It looked interesting. Like
Yeah, it looks good.
I don't know if I would.
The
go on my
art
way to
style's
play it.
hard to get over, but once you start playing it, you ignore that. So it looks like an 8-bit game, but once you get into it, you're just like, this is just insane.
Right.
Yeah, I've been doing bosses and like crazy. I've found out that you can move portals.
Mhm.
So I've been putting teleporters wherever I want, and
Mhm.
I've set up like automation systems for all those rocks. I've already got like 100 drills out there, and everything comes back to my base in the one spot. And
Nice. Oh, did you put like treadmills that take everything back?
yeah. Like 3,000 tracks of treadmills everywhere. Like
That's
for everything.
madness. Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, if you have to be like that sort of person who likes that sort of management type game, like city builders or Sims or something like that. Like, it's, I don't know, it's its own thing. Like, I like games, any game that like overstimulates me. That's what I like. I like games that like distract me from reality a lot. Like, they make me think so much that I'm just taken out of it and I'm really immersed in what I'm doing. Not just one of those games because it's just like so much to do. It's like, oh man, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I'm just like constantly, never. I don't know. It's fun. I'm enjoying it, but I feel like I'm kind of not at the end, but I'm getting close to the end. Like, all I have to do.
Yeah, how far into the game are you? I haven't asked that, and you're every time I look, you seem to be further than me. But I'm playing it without looking anything up. Joe's been looking a few things up, so we are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, some stuff I had to. I didn't know what.
So I'm just doing like basic things, and I'm like, I don't know what this is. I haven't touched electricity yet. Like,
that's just nuts.
Yeah,
the electricity stuff's crazy. I see people build like automated machines with pulleys and all this stuff, and it's insane. But I'm not gonna.
I mean, with pulleys work yet, so.
But yeah, well, you know what? I told you like it, and you didn't. And I regret nothing. It is what it is.
He said, I regret nothing.
Like, what if I done this last week and I like went on to Steam yesterday to play it, and it's like playtime 36 hours. I'm like, I downloaded this like a week ago. What the fuck?
I'm like 55 hours, I think, so far.
The ring on launch of PS3 was sexier console ever.
But you know,
the PS3 was not the same price that they're releasing right now. The PS5. It was really expensive, right?
It's $5.99.
$6.99 in 2007. So
it was pricey. Okay,
and I knew,
and they lost money on that console. Like, they were losing $150 a console or something.
Oh god.
So I did, before we move off of this. You did see the new Ghost trailer, right? You guys see the Ghost?
Yeah. It's not Ghost of
Yotei.
Yotei. Yeah. I cannot wait.
Did you guys notice that the main character
is a
lady?
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Anyway, I don't really care. This is all I'm gonna.
I just noticed it's set in Hokkaido, and I'm super excited because that's the northern part of Japan.
It looks gorgeous.
I love that game uses real geography. Like, Tashima's an island between Japan and Korea.
Yeah.
It's like the map is like one of the actual island in real life. That's so cool.
Yeah, if they do the game anything like the first one, they have me, because I enjoy the first one. I played that game in hard mode, and I enjoy the hell out of that game.
Oh, I love the first one. Yeah. It was gorgeous.
I just have to copy and paste what they did. New setting, new bosses, new story. Boom.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Amazing.
This is the only thing I'm worried about. So if they have a lady, I don't mind, but like, I just want all my stats to be the same. You know what I mean? Like, what if you have what if we get it and you get minus 5 agility, minus 10 strength, and plus 10 cooking? I'll be pissed. That'll be some bullshit. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I didn't
game.
laugh.
Anyway, I think it's funny.
I've been playing as female characters.
Yeah, that's me.
Me too. I don't care.
I don't care how they look. I don't care if it's a male.
I heard a YouTube video like 10 years ago that said, if I'm playing a video game and I gotta stare at their ass for like 100 hours, I want to see a female ass than a male ass. I'm like, that's a good point. That's what I'm gonna pick.
Now here's what if part of the plot though is you got to go in and like get a train run on you?
Jesus
Evening
Christ,
down
Joe.
Good,
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, would it be an issue then? I'm just trying to.
Nobody thinks like that. Nobody has that thought process.
Well, what it was
goes
300
through
years
Joe's
in the
mind
first
at
first
night.
game, so trains might exist. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
That changed Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh,
All
man.
All you had to do was follow the damn train, CJ.
So anyway, I just think it's not a big deal. Everybody needs to relax and see what
Yeah.
the game's like. But I do think I don't know if you did see the voice actress who's playing her is pretty mentally ill.
Yeah, she's crazy. I saw the post that she had done.
Wait, what?
I'm
What
sorry.
happened?
The voice actress who's playing the character in the game is just like a crazy leftist activist on Twitter and says wild shit. And
No,
she's one
but
of those people.
she's out there. Like, she's
Yeah.
really out there.
And I'm just like, I don't, it's fine, whatever. But like, is this really the only person you could find to do this? You couldn't find any normal person. Like, I just feel like I don't understand why people in the entertainment industry feel the need to be so unbelievably toxic and like destructive to the products that they sell. I don't get it. Like, I would be so grateful to be involved in something like that. You know what I mean? Like, if they were like, Joe, you get to be the star of a video game. I'm like, I got to delete all my tweets immediately.
Yeah, take it all down.
Oh, no. Gosh, we got to do the PlayStation. We got to erase this show. Did you just hear that joke I made? It's got to go.
Hey, get rid of everything.
Yeah.
We're cleaning the house. Yeah, no.
But it just like, I feel like in general, people have just lost like the sense that it used to take. Like, all you got to do is shut up and you'll make money. Just be quiet and just be like, oh, here's my new game. I hope you like it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you got to do.
By the way, you won't see my political views. You won't know what I support. You won't know this because I'm not going to betray them. Yeah.
Like I say, hey, I got a new game coming out. I hope you like it.
And sadly, a
Work real
lot
hard on it.
Sadly, a lot of the developers are becoming really cocky. They're becoming really, really cocky. Like, to the point that they attack their own fan base.
Yeah.
It's like, why will you do that? You're losing money. Are you stupid?
Yeah.
It really doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. And it's just like,
We've seen game companies in the last couple of years take political sides, and it's like, you've just alienated 50% of your fans for no reason. Like, why would you do that?
Yep.
When a game is supposed to be for you to release from the real world and go into a fantasy, and they're trying to make this obligatory that you live real life. No, I don't want to. I want to be killing stuff. I want to keep killing monsters and shit. I don't want to be knowing about politics.
Correct. So I don't know if you saw too that Ubisoft, they delayed Assassin's Creed Shadows or whatever.
They're gonna cancel it. Watch it.
No, they ain't gonna cancel it. But they did put out a post there like, we're not political and we're not have an agenda and we're just trying to make games, everybody. And I'm like, oh, it's interesting. At least they're like acknowledging that this is an issue, which is at least that's progress. Like I said, it's not like the total gaslighting of everything's fine. Everyone loves this stuff. After all, they're like, hey guys, we're not trying to do that. Calm down. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like the tide is changing quite a bit on that topic. So
it's wild because, like, if you look at the Assassin's Creed series, they've done every single different type of culture and series. It's like, if you don't do one, it's like, why? Why isn't there a Mongol Assassin's Creed?
I think what happening here is the fact that a lot of Japanese people are complaining about. Japanese gamers are complaining about the game, how they took the duration of the game.
Really?
Yeah, they skipped the Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
Rather than putting a hero from the past, or like a samurai, like an actual samurai, they put this character, even though it's a fictitious character, still they kind of feel offended about it. And I get them in a sense, but even though the whole game is fake, so.
Well, if you made a game about Ireland and you said the first leprechaun was a black guy, I'd be like, really? Okay. I guess.
It's an interesting take because if you look at the Black Knight Wukong game, like that was made by a Chinese company.
I think I just killed Red Dash.
Good reception right now.
Yeah, because it's a really famous story. It's Journey to the West, and everybody ate it. Everybody loved it. A few people were complaining about it. That makes zero sense. But whatever.
Maybe they should have hired people who write Japanese stories and have like the influence of Japan to do that instead of their writers who are Americanized.
Yep, that's how their writers did it. Yeah, I think Ghost of Tsushima was made in Japan, right? It was made directly, like from Japan creators. So it was
no, it was American. It was
American based.
Then
they did their homework. They did their homework because that game.
Correct. And
again, this is interesting to me because if you look at Assassin's Creed Origins or Unity, what was the one that was set in Egypt?
Origins.
So Origins is like has a mode that they made for schools and stuff. Like it's a really educational game. You can go through it and play this like educational mode, and there's no combat it's just a story, and you just go and learn, like go through Egypt, and like that's
Yeah.
renowned as such a close game to like ancient Egypt, and it like has like people have acclaimed it because of that. Like schools have used it in teachings and
Wow.
stuff. It's crazy that like this is the same series that's now getting ripped apart for the same type of thing. So clearly they've gone back and done their research for other games and have the right people doing them.
I think they even have fought with the sword that they were like the special edition sword. It was a sword from One Piece that they took and they just
Yeah.
put the whatever name is.
Controversy about that. Yep.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it was so offensive.
Oh well, we'll see how it does.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. I've been hitting up the PS2 a lot lately, right? And buying, just picking up games in there. And there are so many amazing games from Ubisoft. Holy effing shit. They destroyed on the PS2. They did the Persia games. They put out one of the Devil May Cry games. Dude, what's that?
PS3 as well. And on the PS3, all their games were AAA titles.
Yeah.
Like this game sold 10 million. This sold 10 million. This sold 5 million. This sold 15 million.
Now they're just a joke. They're another Ubisoft bomb. That's you talk about Ubisoft now, and they're a joke.
Because
it was around like the PS4. They just
EA games and different companies like that.
They keep on trying to sell to the wrong market. They keep on going to the wrong market. They keep on trying to push this new generation when the new generation don't even care about gaming. Most of the new generation don't care about gaming. They don't care. They just don't care.
They can play it on their phone.
Yeah, or they can play Roblox all day. Look at my kid playing Roblox all day.
Hey, whoa! Roblox can be fun. Chill out.
I know, but still, it's like
I got super drunk one night and played some Roblox. All right, it wasn't terrible.
God.
I had a blast. Okay, chill out. They had some horror modes and stuff. I was all about it.
Well, yeah, their game is from the new gen are not the same as us. Like, yes, and it's good because the new generation are bringing new little stuff that I like, but still, it's not the same as us.
No, I will say I'll give them one credit though. I did think that that 2D Prince of Persia game they came out with, the little Metroidvania game.
That was good. That was good.
Great game. And it's on sale right now for like $20. It's like wicked cheap.
Well, that's how much it should have been when it came out. Let's be honest.
So yeah, it was $40 when it came out, and I said at the time I was like, I feel like that should have been $30 price point to start. I think I picked it up when it dropped to $30, and it's a good game, and I think that's one of the better games they've made in a long time. And it's not, full of microtransactions and stuff. It's just a game, which I thought was cool. That's like my biggest.
And it's an old series that, when you're making a game like that, you're making it for people in their 30s and 40s who played for Persia 20 years ago. You're not making a 90s style game for kids. No. Clearly, that Metroidvania stuff.
Yeah, they don't even know what Prince of Persia is. They've never
exactly. So you're making it for a certain audience. So
yeah.
You have to sell it for that audience too.
Yep.
So I do want to move on to our main issue, our main topic today is that we're almost in October.
Yeah.
So we're almost officially into Spooky Month, which makes me very excited. And pretty much, I think most of the shows this month are going to be horror focused for sure. But yeah, I wanted to start it off with what are your guys' favorite horror games? And another question I wanted to have is like, what franchise of horror games do you think would make a good game? So I'll go first as far as that. So my favorite horror game, which is going to be in that video, it's not really that scary, as I really love Evil Dead Fistful of Boomstick. That's like my favorite game. I play it like all the time. It's not really scary per se, but it's a horror ass game.
It counts. Yeah, it counts.
Yeah, I play it every year, like around this time. And I'm going to be playing it again in the next few weeks. So that's my favorite for sure. And then I was thinking, like we were talking about Hellraiser earlier, like I think that would be a sick game. I think you could make a really, 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 really cool Hellraiser game. And like most horror games are really like puzzle oriented anyway. So like I feel like you could make a nasty puzzle game based around Hellraiser.
Yeah.
And it'd be fun because like when you win and you solve the puzzle, you would get murdered by Pinhead. That would be cool. That'd be a great reward. I think that'd be fun. Like over and over again. That would be the reward. He'd be like, sweet, how would you like to get murdered? And he would just rip you apart and put you in a blender or whatever you want to do.
A blender.
Yeah.
It's a dude smoothie.
Yeah. What about you, Ken? What kind of horror games you into?
I like Fatal Frame. I don't know if you know that series. I love Fatal
Yeah.
Frame too. I'm always talking about that game because I want them to remake it again. And I just love the idea of the camera. I like the concept that you are like in a close place and you're trying to catch this ghost. This ghosts are attacking you. You have to use obligatory that camera. No matter what you do, you cannot escape from it. You have to go forward. I love it. Now going to your Hellraiser part, I will do Hellraiser like an Outlast type of thing.
Okay.
Ooh.
That would be dope because the thing is that you have to escape from the labyrinth. You already fall into the labyrinth, and you're trying to escape from the labyrinth and trying to solve puzzle to bake the laminate configuration back into the box. That would be a great idea.
That is a cool idea, and you could have the Leviathan, floating around.
Lumen, yeah, that would be dope.
Have the doctor show up. The doctor is in.
Yeah, that would be dope.
So that's my favorite. My favorite Cenobite is the doctor from part 2. When he comes back, when he's attached to the Leviathan, with that thing, dude, amazing. Hellraiser 2 is the best. That's my favorite one.
Agreed.
For sure.
Yep.
I thought that one is just absolutely terrifying. The beginning part where he brings the crazy dude in and who thinks there's bugs all over him and makes him cut himself and everything.
Yeah, makes him cut it. Yeah, dude, that was brutal. Brutal.
Yeah, God, it's twisted, dude. I always mess with me. And then like I don't know. I just always like the blood going onto the mattress or onto the floor, making the thing crawl out. Oh man, Hellraiser is so good. It's so creative, and also what I love about it too, it's all practical effects. It was made like ancient times.
Bring back practical effects. Everything CGI
they could do that in the game, and they could even put a bunch of the Cenobites trying to follow you and stuff. Put every monster or every boss or something that you're escaping from be one of the Cenobites, and there's many of them. There's not only one, and you can even introduce new how they call it in the comic. Oh my god, I forgot the name. They're different like factions. So in the world of Hellraiser, if you guys don't know that, there's different little factions of different demons. So the hell priestesses are one faction, and you have different other factions that pray to other gods.
Yep,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you can bring that in the game, and people will eat it. I will eat it. I will buy the game day one.
I'd be all about that, especially because like I like horror games where you can't really fight back.
Yeah,
you just have to fucking run and hide. Like it's fun. I like action horror games too, but the ones where you're just totally vulnerable the whole time are so nerve-wracking to me because just like you said, there's no sense of safety and there's no like I'm just gonna whoop his ass and then I'll have 5 minutes to breathe. That just never happens in those games. You're just like, nope, run, hide. Oh my god, I hope they don't see me. Like I don't know, I like stuff like that. So I think that would be a good fit for that because you can't. What are you gonna go punch Finn head? Good luck with that. You gonna shoot him? I mean, what are you gonna do?
True. See, that's why that would be a good Outlast style game. Yeah, because you're not fighting back, and even if you could, it would do nothing.
Yep.
Sure. What about you, Red Bash?
Okay, so my all-time favorite horror game would be Resident Evil 4. I love Resident Evil 4, but recently I've got into like indie horror games and like mascot horror games, and I'm not talking like Five Nights at Freddy's. Like that's
immediately what I thought of when you said mascot.
So yeah, they started it, and like I enjoyed Security Breach, but the point and click, I'm not a fan. But like, I played My Friendly Neighborhood recently, and it is, I swear to God, it is my favorite horror game. I love that game.
Okay,
that's the one where you're like a little street.
You have to break into. What is it? No?
So
it's not My Friendly Neighbor. It's My Friendly Neighborhood.
My Friendly Neighborhood. It is Sesame Street. You are you're a repairman sent to the studio that closed down years ago, and you have to turn the antenna off because it turned back on. And so while you're there, the Muppets, Big Bird, all that are trying to kill you. It is, dude, I love it. It is so good because like before that it was Alyssa. I loved Alyssa, and then I played My Friendly Neighborhood, and I love that. And dude, My Friendly Neighborhood, it's phenomenal. You get weapons, but you can't. It's like with Resident Evil where you have to like get the final stab in the head with the Crimson Heads, or else they won't fully stay dead. You have to duct tape the Muppets, or they won't stay dead. And you only have so much duct tape. So each time you come back, they're back up, and they say like stupid things like, "Oh, it's so good to see you," as they're trying to eat your face off. It's phenomenal, dude. I loved it. Like, and as much as people say this game is for kids, Poppy Playtime People say it's for kids.
Great.
That game is terrifying.
Terrifying, yeah.
It's terrifying.
heard
It's
of
like, oh, dude, it's marketed to kids. I would never let my child play it. Like, it's like brutal. There's like blood and guts. Dude, it's wild. It's like being trapped in Toys R Us and Jeffrey's trying to eat you. It's phenomenal.
Sounds like a good game for kids.
Dude, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would never let my kid play it. She's like talking about eating brains and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? Like, who's letting their kids play this shit? Like, yeah, dude, I mainly indie horror right now is like my favorite type. Like anything indie horror.
Did you play that Charles the Choo Choo Train game?
I
Choo Choo
want to
Charles?
play that
I
one.
did. I had to turn it off. I was so like, there's a limit. There's a limit. I'll go, and I was like, it passed. I was like, I'm out. I'm done. Like there's good, and then there's stupid, and that was
pretty stupid.
I want to play that
I
one.
tried. I was like, no. As soon as he's crawling behind, I turned it off. I was like, oh, we're out. We're done. We gotta draw the line somewhere.
I thought it was amusing for a good 20 minutes or so of my life.
Yeah, for 20 minutes. Yeah, after that, you're like, you know, like it. Did you play Alyssa?
Mm-mm.
Oh, bro, you got to play Alyssa. You all need to play Alyssa. Can you play Alyssa, right?
No, not yet.
Oh, dude, it's so it's styled like Resident Evil, like old school Resident Evil, and I mean it's like you're trapped in like a dollhouse, and dude, it's just so good. I think Premium Edition is getting the physical Switch.
Oh,
on.
really?
Yeah, I think they're the only ones getting it. But yeah,
check.
it's really good.
Alyssa. I'll check it out.
This is all I play. All I play is horror games.
That's sweet, dude.
It's an addiction. It's a problem.
It's a problem.
It's a problem. I need to play something else.
I like to collect them. I don't know. I bounce back and forth. This month, I'll probably play a few for sure. There's so many that I need to play.
I got
What I really want to get, I want to play Madison VR. I've heard that's absolutely terrifying.
I have the non-VR of that. I don't have the VR version.
Yeah, so that's for me. That's where VR really shines.
Horror. Oh,
Horror
absolutely.
games. Yeah, it really does like amp it up quite a bit as far as the freak level, the scary level for me.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, and it's just the sound design when you're like in the helmet and like it's like you're there, man. Like it just makes it so much creepier. I want to try that one out. There's a whole list that I have to try out. What about you, Figsy? You have any favorite horror games?
I'm not really a horror person. Like I've tried horror games. It's just the games that I love have horror themes. They're not horror games.
Yeah,
like you know, Bloodborne or Demon Souls or games.
Oh,
like
that's
that.
fair. Yeah, kind of. They got like the setting and things like that. Yeah,
Where you have jump scares and things like that. But like I've tried playing through Silent Hills and Resident Evils, and the only one that I've played through and really loved isn't a really good one. I just enjoyed it for the story. Was Deadly Premonition.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
God. Oh God. No.
It's
so
so
bad.
I don't watch horror movies either, so
It has its own charm. It has its own little charm.
Figsy, you might like Alyssa then, because it's not horror like in your face, like blood guts horror, scary. It's more so like the way it's played out. So you might genuinely enjoy it. And none of the enemies are scary. You got like giant walking baby monsters and stuff. It's not. But you might actually enjoy it. Yeah, that's me buying it again.
You know what I like to see more of is I like games like Fear. I like that more like
Fear. They should bring that one.
Action games and stuff like that. Those are pretty fun.
You ever play?
So the PS3 overdid that genre and then they've just stopped it completely.
Yeah, that stopped.
Like, all right, everyone will make these games, and now no one makes these type of games.
Yeah, it just stopped. I don't know what happened. And as you watch, is like Fear transitioned more into an action game. Dead Space transitioned more into an action game.
Yeah,
Resident Evil transitioned, like they got rid of horror and now they're like making their way back. But like for a time period, it was like all. Why did they stop? Why did
even Resident Evil went into that like mainstream action type? Shooters for 5 and 6, and now they're back into what they used to be.
And you guys ever play Siren for the PlayStation 2?
Siren, play that one? Siren, yeah, I've got them. I haven't played them.
Okay. Joe, I feel cheated. You didn't ask me what movie I want to see made into a horror game.
Okay,
am I not important to you? Is that how this is, Joe?
This conversation is just all over the place. It really is. I'm just not good at hosting.
You're fired. Get out. It's my show now.
Good luck, boys.
So
Oh, he actually left. He actually left.
So I know it got made, but Killer Clowns. I don't know what the hell they made. It's terrible. The Killer Clowns game is awful. Make it again. It's this time like in a like you're fighting the clowns that aren't players, like mobs of clowns, like Left 4 Dead style. Sold.
That would be insane.
Sold. I'd love
Hordes of clowns like Left
Yes.
4 Dead with giant
Hell
like
yeah.
super clown monsters and shit
Hell
like that.
yeah.
That
So
would be amazing. So you bring up a good point is like you guys can make horror games that aren't like Dead by Daylight.
Oh my god.
You can do that in case anybody out there making games who wants to make art. It does not have to be Dead by Daylight, Evil
No,
Dead,
it
Texas
doesn't.
Chainsaw Massacre, all the Killer Clowns. Like, okay, guys, like they're cool games, but
Stop.
they have no legs. They have no long-term longevity.
I was so hyped about
They
this.
closed Friday the 13th.
Yeah, and I was so hyped
Yeah,
about the Chainsaw Massacre. I was really hyped.
Week.
5 player. I was like, come on,
It's
not
boring.
one of this.
It's
Yeah.
boring. They all do that. They all insist they do it. I don't understand. And I get it sells, but like when you guys said Hellraiser, if they did make it, it would be like that. I know it would
better
be.
not.
Likely.
And it would just it's bad. I can't get with it.
That's why, you get a good point. Like I said, like making it like a survival or like a Outlast or like
Yes.
like it doesn't have to be just that style game. And I'm like the biggest Evil Dead fan in the world, and I don't play that Evil Dead game anymore. I don't touch it at all.
Nope.
Like I have the collector's edition, all that stuff, and I'm like, it's just I don't know. I would much rather have had a narrative story driven game like Fistful of Boomstick or something, just with Bruce Campbell doing the voice acting. Totally cool with that. I don't understand why everything has to be online this and online that and blah blah blah. And they all think they're going to make this infinite amount of money because it's an online game, and it's not. What really happens is you have a game that gets hyped for a little while, and then you have a player base drop, and then no one can get games, and the whole thing falls apart. And it's just like, I don't know.
And they don't come with single player modes. Evil Dead kind of came with like a slight one. Friday the 13th came with a slight one. Like you give us nothing. So once the player base is dead, like Killer Clowns, everybody was hyped. Nobody talks about it anymore.
No, because
it fell off. Like
it's just boring.
Yeah, you ruined it because you insisted it be multiplayer. I got friends. That doesn't mean I want to hang out with them. I don't want to play with them. I want to play by myself. Like, go away. I don't want to play with you. You know what I mean? But they insist, like, oh yeah, you got to play with either your friends or 10 online random people you don't know, and half of them are hacking, so they're clipping through walls. And I'm like, yep, I'm good. I'm out. I don't want to.
Well, and that's the other thing too that I hate that I talk about too. It's like I don't understand why they can't make a game like that. Back in the day, what they would have done is they would have made a single player game. And they would have had an online mode.
Yep.
That's how it used to work. You just have they would come up with a game that was its own functional, fully contained thing that you could play without internet or friends. And you could play that. Or if you wanted to, you could go online, play multiplayer with your friends. And that's how, like Call of Duty, that's how it was for years. You had if you just wanted to go and play Call of Duty and play the game, you could. You did not have to play online. And like even when the online was super popular and there were people who just played online who never played the campaign, you could still buy a game with a campaign and play the campaign. And like I don't understand. I hate that they've gone away from that logic, and they have to, you can just include the one player offline experience, and then you can add all the microtransactions, all the season passes, you can add all that stuff you want. I got no complaints as long as I have a game that I can play on the disc without that crap and be good. And guess what?
Hey, Joe, I got a massive complaint that's just happened to me recently, and it's like really started to piss me off.
What?
So, like last week, I said I bought FIFA online. I bought the digital version because physical don't mean anything for FIFA games in the future. So
that's true. At least you recognize that.
At least, right?
So I'll just buy the digital version. Blah blah blah. Anyway, in the lounge room where it's set up, my internet is at one end of the house, the TV and the PlayStation's at the other end. So it doesn't get Wi-Fi. So I've got like a Wi-Fi extender set up halfway through the house. And then there's a Ethernet cord set up down there, but there's only one, not two. So I've got the Ethernet cord plugged into the TV. The PlayStation's on Wi-Fi. And it gets Wi-Fi all right. Like I don't play online, so when I'm downloading something, I just plug the cord out, plug it in my PlayStation. Anyway, here's the trouble. Occasionally, it doesn't pick up the Wi-Fi signal, which doesn't bother me because I play offline. But because I've got a downloaded fucking game, the license doesn't register. It needs to register the license. So I can't fucking play my game that I've just spent $100 on unless I get the fucking Ethernet cord out, plug it into my PlayStation, load the game back up, plug it back out again. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's too much work.
It's ridiculous. Like I have to log into the internet to play a game offline.
That's stupid.
It's absurd. And I own this game. I fucking paid for it. Give me my money back and I'll go and buy a physical copy.
Yeah, give me my money back.
Talking.
And it's through PlayStation. They won't give you your money back.
Talking about that, talking about games that you don't own. You saw what Steam did, right?
Yeah.
They changed the whole rules, and now they're saying subscriber, and now something about the cords and something. I don't remember.
If you buy a digital game now, it says you are not buying the game, you are buying the license. Like it states that.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because they take games off all the time. I bought these crappy, like the viral granny horror games. They look stupid, but I was like, they were going viral. So my thought was, I'll play them and get big. You know what I mean? And then the games were gone. Now they're put back on. They want me to buy it again, but they let me leave a review for the game since I owned it at one point.
And they're not supposed to do that.
So I left a bad review. I'm like, no, I took the game from me. Now you want me to buy it again? Like, what the hell is this?
Because Steam, normally what they do, at least for me, this is with me because I got like 600 something games. They leave a copy. They leave a copy in their server for the people who bought it that they can re-download it. So if they're doing that, that's super shady.
Yeah, I got screwed. And the games aren't worth they're like $4 each. So it's not like
but it's still shady.
But like, I bought it. Give it back. You put it back on. I want it back.
I'm waiting for that day where Steam turns on the marketplace and it's like, you can sell your games now, guys. And I'm gonna be like, please, I got so many, please.
I have so many bad.
It's gonna happen. Like it'll happen with Steam. It's already going through the courts, and
right now I have like 637 games. And Steam.
Yeah, nice, Ken. You can turn all those into like a big collection on the wall.
Yeah.
To print out pictures and put it on the wall.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So you're gonna print out pictures. Do you guys see the PS5 Pro bundles on eBay
They're just
in
pictures.
the description had you were buying a copy of an A4 piece of paper and they were selling?
Oh, dude, if that happened to me, I would be pissed. It's legal though.
They were cheap. They were like the same price as retail. People bought them.
I would be pissed, dude. I would be pissed.
Yeah, they're gonna have a field day with eBay. It'd be people like closing bank accounts and closing PayPal accounts. Like, good luck catching me.
Yep.
That's so scummy, dude. Speaking of the other issue we're talking about, that in California they passed a state law saying that they have to say that you don't own your games. I don't know if you saw that too.
Yeah, that was part of it.
Basically kind of the same. Yeah.
I didn't know if that was like the reason why that Steam did it, but yeah, like they made it which is funny. California figures of all places.
I mean, sure. There's plenty of people who think that they own games that are digital. You don't own them.
Nope.
You have access to them. That's what you're buying. You're buying access to that game that Sony owns.
It's a rental.
They should let you. This is my opinion. They should let you download a copy of that game, like a SIP, where you have the whole game and you can run it in the game and you can run it whenever you want in your computer. They should. I
can see why they don't do that because they're piracy.
They're piracy. That's the only thing.
They have it.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
And then, so that's the thing too. I try to say a lot on the show too. Is even if it has a physical copy, if it's the same thing, if it requires internet connection, you have to verify your account, DRM. Yeah. It's not you don't own anything.
That's all it is. You don't have anything. Yeah.
I've brought up in the past that digital games could become NFTs, and then you own this NFT that you can sell and buy and sell, and like that. Suddenly makes NFTs actually worth something because, we can all see what a game is, and I understand what a game is. I don't understand what some little figurine that someone has is worth $100,000. That makes no sense to me. But if you had a game that's worth $50 and it's 59 brand new, suddenly you buy the $50 one because that makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be the future. I think, and the only way the digital landscape exists is if we have the opportunity to buy and sell our stuff again. I just don't see it. I can't. No. I just refuse to believe that people will enjoy these services. And like I don't know. Look at the streaming services. Like they thought this would work, and it's not working for that either. It's not good for every industry. I was like said a million times. It's like once the music industry went all digital, like they lost so much money. And once the movies are all streaming and they don't do DVDs anymore, they're losing money. They're not making like they don't make movies anymore. They don't make these mid-budget movies. They don't exist. They don't exist. So that's one thing about horror that's nice though, is because they're pretty low budget. You'll get those because
mid-budget movies still exist. It's called YouTube today.
Yeah,
that's
there you go.
The mid-budget movies are the big creators who are putting money into their YouTube videos, which is crazy, but it's true.
Yeah, and I don't know about you guys, I've reached a point that like I'm more interested in watching people on YouTube talk about stuff than actually watching stuff.
Yep.
I don't even care.
YouTube's adding a new thing to videos where you can add seasons and episodes into your videos. So they're really trying to like make YouTube the new TV show, or if people stop watching you can just start a new season. Now, Bigsy's starting a new season. This will be good. Let's see what he's up to.
I was telling Bash about a guy that I watched. He does videos like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. They're all reviews about a game, and I sit down through them because they're entertaining to me. And well, recently I don't even watch TV. I don't even watch much Netflix as it is. Like I once in a while go and watch a movie, whatever. When my kids tell me like, "Oh, there's a new horror movie. When I watch it, I'm like, okay, fine, I will watch that." But after that, I just go back to YouTube.
Have you guys watched normal TV recently?
No.
Dude, I haven't watched normal TV.
I watched a sporting event yesterday, and like I have YouTube Premium. What I noticed about this sporting event is every time there was a point scored, it's straight to the ad. Ad shown, and then you miss some of the ad. I'm just like, oh my god, because there was the grand final. There wasn't a pay TV version. You had to watch the free TV version with all the ads.
It's been a while.
I can't even. I have YouTube Premium too. I couldn't stand the ads anymore. Just was enough. Especially YouTube ads. They're the worst.
Well, YouTube have because it's Google, YouTube ad blocker just doesn't work. If you use ad blocker, they give you double the ads. And I have ad blocker for Twitch, it works, or ad blocker for other things, it works. But ad blocker for YouTube just doesn't work. Like they almost force you to buy premium if you want to enjoy it. And then if you have like YouTube on your phone or on a TV or something, you can't use ad blocker on a TV. You just need a premium.
Yeah, but YouTube will show you the same fucking ad 642 times in one day. They'll just say it's just like, do you need soap for your balls? Buy this soap. That soap shit. I'm like, dude, I ain't buying you soap. Give it up.
The mobile games. The one that I see the most is the mobile game with the guy trying to touch the buffalo, the monster and shit like that.
Yeah, it's a real game. It's real.
I hate this fucking game so much. I hate that ass so much.
I can't relate. I've had premium for like 6 years now. Just never
what is the fucking? This game's fake. No, it's not. It's a real game.
How is that?
I see that ad on Twitter, and then there's community notes. The game is fake.
They got fucking Homelander. Homelander's in these commercials. The real actor, he's like, they say it's a fake game. I'm like, oh my god, they got Homelander. And he's talking about it's a real game, and you can see him like moving his finger right, and they're going left. Oh he's like doing the wrong direction. You're like, what the fuck? It was bad. It was terrible.
The cricket guy
so does not care.
Deadpool. This guy.
Ryan
Reynolds. The cricket ads. You guys seen that cricket ad?
Yeah. Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile. They don't want me to tell you this secret. I'm like, shut up, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Oh, you heard that he's they trying to make him the new Freddy Krueger, right?
No, Ryan Reynolds.
Yes. They told that a few videos that I've been watching. They're saying about it. They're saying like he could be the next Freddy Krueger.
That could be okay.
He's good. He was good at Amityville. I think it's called Amityville.
Amityville Horror. Yeah, the remake. Yeah.
He was really good at it. He's creepy as hell in that movie.
Freddy Krueger, come on.
But he could do Freddy Krueger. He could be sinister and funny.
That's like having Danny DeVito play Jason.
Well, you never know. It could work.
Yeah.
It could work.
Like, no, thank you.
It could work. It could work.
He'll never catch up to you. Jeez, man.
Just making the good guy protagonist play the bad guy after so long.
You can make Danny DeVito Chucky.
Yeah.
I would watch that. That would be awesome.
Right. I'll be down with that. Oh.
I'm the trash man. Bust out of a box. It's Chucky. I'm the good guy.
I started blasting.
started stabbing.
He sounds like him already. That could work. That could work. Yeah,
that's
Freaked
good.
at the very end.
I think that overall, I think that Child's Play, those movies, traumatized more people than any others.
Hell yeah.
I know lots of people that are like, yeah, horror movies, they're all right. I won't watch that fucking movie. Not Child's Play, not that one. That movie traumatized the shit out of me when I was a kid. Like, I know a lot of people who feel that way about those movies.
Another one that did that to me was Candyman. Oh, that was when I was a kid. We used to go to the mirror in the bathroom and I always run. No, you're gonna say it. No.
I ran too, but it was for different reasons.
Yeah, oh yeah, we used to do Bloody Mary and all that shit when I was a kid. It freaked me out, but yeah, dude, Child's Play, the first 3 are solid. That's another franchise though. Like, if I haven't checked in a decade or two, and anytime I watch any of the new stuff, I'm like, what the hell is happening? What is going on? Is that a baby? Does he have a baby? What is going on? This is
it progressively just goes in the wrong direction. Like the show now, he's in the White House. You're like, what? What the hell? He's like, I'm gonna take over the president. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, it gets bad. They just shit the bed at some point and didn't wipe it up.
It's pretty wild. It's gotten pretty cartoonish, but the first 3 were actually scary. I would say the second one is amazing.
Oh, the second one is the best. Yes, 2 is
so good, dude. Absolutely, like hands down one of the best horror movies I've ever seen, in my opinion. I love it. Just the whole premise is just so stupid. So stupid. It's like a serial
taking over
killer
a doll's body, and now I gotta go find this little boy so I can get back into a body. You're like, what?
Yeah, if you could do that, why did you? I mean, in theory, he could have done that to like freaking a grandfather clock. You could have just been, ding dong, bitch. Ding dong. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. How does this make any sense? But all right, works for me. Dude, I'm definitely gonna watch those again. Can't wait. Yeah. You guys got pickups this week? How are we doing on pickups? You guys got some stuff to show off?
I got pickups.
Yeah.
Leprechaun versus Chucky.
I had to move for a second, but I can show you the pickups.
I would watch this.
Leprechaun versus Chucky? Oh, hell yeah.
I'd watch that for sure. I wish they would do more of those versus movies. I like Freddy versus Jason. I think it's a good movie.
Yeah, it was good for what it was.
I really enjoyed Freddy versus Jason, and I'm a movie horror person. So.
It's fine.
It's because it wasn't really horror. It was more so like we're taking these 2 dudes, they're iconic. Like it was more so like a good laugh and then action. Like there wasn't anything really scary about it.
No, and it had that great line, and the guy's like, "Yo, that goalie was pissed." I love that.
Yeah. Why is the goalie so pissed though? Yeah, he's like, yeah.
That was classic.
Leprechaun versus Chucky, somebody said.
I wouldn't mind more of like those types of movies, but then again, the problem with all those movies is they like the Alien versus Predator had the same problem. It says they're like they can't just make it about aliens fighting predators. They got to put in like a group of teenagers. Ooh, let's put these people in here and blah blah blah. I don't give a fuck about these people. Like Alien versus Predator should have taken place on a planet in the middle of nowhere, and it should have just been predators killing aliens with no dialogue.
Agreed.
Not a word, not one word in the movie. The whole movie should have just been predators getting off spaceships with weapons, fucking up aliens. That's it. You don't need any story. No, you don't need any plot.
That's it. They try to connect the story, and it's like, dude, you can't connect these 2 very different franchises. Like, stop. We don't. That's not why we're here. We're not here for the story.
Nope.
We'll send these teenagers on a camp, and that's how it'll start.
They're having bad dreams because Freddy is the grandfather to Jason's great uncle, and you're like, what the hell are they doing?
You don't need to. You literally can tell the whole story without. You just have all the predators land on the planet in their ship, and then they pull up a big screen on the wall, and they show a big picture of the mother alien that they want to kill.
That's all you need.
And they just point at it like, that's what we're here to do. And then the whole movie is they get off the ship and they go out and they just kill aliens until they get to the mother, and they either win or they lose. That's it. And they don't need to have, like, literally, I'm serious. I'm not joking. There could be no dialogue, not a word. I would watch the whole movie, and if it would be great. It would be fantastic.
The Quiet Place is amazing. They barely talk in that movie. The Quiet Place. You ever watch that movie?
Yeah, that is actually a really good franchise. For a newer horror franchise, I do like those.
They never talk in the movie. They're like a few sentences in the movie. That's it.
I guess you're first, Ken. What you got for us? Got any pickups?
I got like 4 pickups right now. Let me see. This one.
Yeah.
3 pickups.
I think I just glanced one of those games, and it's a really good one.
So this one I got it. Star Ocean Story Complete.
Nice.
Just because I'm a fan of the series. I love this game so much.
Oh, it's good. It's a good game.
Yeah. This game, oh my god, the story is amazing. Then
That's Reggie's favorite game.
Yeah,
One of
I
his
love
favorites.
that game. Then I got this one, Outlast Trinity Edition.
Good games.
That's
Because
expensive.
I love the Outlast. I love this game so much. And you guys already know what is the Outlast. And for last, this is one I got out today that I'm hyped. I cannot wait to play it.
Speaking of horror games,
The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I cannot wait to play this game.
I skipped on that one.
Oh no, I can't. You can see the collection, the Zelda collection.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense for you. You're a huge like.
Yeah.
Like I like it. I like the franchise, but like I'm not like die hard.
Oh
for
no,
it,
I
you know what
love
mean?
it.
I'll pick it up at some point, but it'll be like trying to find it $10 under retail or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
how I do it.
I had to
man.
have it first day.
yeah, it looks good. You know, I heard it's good, but I don't know. I'm an old stand for just the old 2D action Zelda games, and I'm like, can I just get more of those? Like, why not just make more of those? Like,
Yeah.
I try to look at this as this is in addition to those, not instead of those. Because in
That's
my
a good way
mind,
to
when I
look
first
at
heard the announcement, I was like, well, I would much rather have gotten a Link to the Past type game or
People
something.
they were asking, were asking to play as Zelda for a long time. Even when the Panasonic CDI, I think it's called, came out, something like that. And the 2 Legend of Zelda, everybody was hyped because you were able to play with Zelda, but it was awful.
So I don't mind that. I just wish it was, mechanically similar. I just want I want a sword and a boomerang.
You want a sword?
That was my problem. Is there was nothing like that. That was why I
Okay.
wasn't interested.
I don't mind if it's Zelda doing the boomerang and the sword, and don't care. I want that style of game. So this is a Zelda game, but it's something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's more like a spin-off or a Zelda themed game than a mainline game, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree.
The mainline games now are like, Tears of the Kingdom and things like that.
Yeah, even those I skipped over those. I like classic Zelda myself.
Yeah.
I get people mad all the time. It's like, you haven't played Breath of the Wild. I tried. I didn't like it.
Yeah, no, I forced myself to Breath of the Wild. I didn't like it either. And Tears of the Kingdom was better than the first one, but it's still the same thing.
I tried Breath of the Wild, didn't like it,
No,
but loved Tears of the Kingdom. Like played 150
That's
hours.
that's the best. Yeah.
So let me ask you, Figsy, is it if I like old school Zelda, would I enjoy Tears of the Kingdom? Because that's what people
I
tell me.
never played old school Zelda. I was always Pokemon or PlayStation, so I've never played old school Zelda.
Go play Wind Waker.
My first
Go play
Zelda
Wind
game
Waker.
was Breath of the Wild. And I didn't
The
like
original
it.
Zelda, is nothing like Breath of the Wild. Nothing like Breath of the Wild. Like the
But I
original
think
Zelda,
today, like going back and trying
better.
it, it's hard because nostalgic is such a big thing, and like I'd rather go back and play Dark Cloud because that was my Zelda.
Hold on. Whoa, hold on. Is there another Dark Cloud fan on this? Brother, where have you been?
It's
Figsy?
so funny.
You love Dark Cloud?
Yeah, it's the goat.
Oh my man, we need to hang out sometime. What? We don't exist. There's no other fans. Hold on. That caught me off guard. Wow. I was just streaming that. I love that game.
My brother isn't into gaming much these days, and he was playing Dark Cloud recently, and like he was calling me after he was doing things. He was like, "I just did this, and I just got the Dark Chronicle sword, and I did this," and he's like, "I used the money to go because I'm gonna max out every single weapon in the game."
Dude, I talk about that any chance I get. Or PS2 underrated game, Dark Cloud. Game that's almost considered an RPG, Dark Cloud. Yeah, Dark Cloud. That's my go-to. Super Retro Force is 90% Dark Cloud.
I've had a few people on the podcast and that's been their favorite game, so we're definitely not alone. Like there is a Dark Cloud hardcore fan base. If you haven't played the PS4 version, it's absolutely like amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm streaming it right now on the PS4
so
version.
good. Yeah, getting the platinum for that was like such a good experience.
So one of the announcements of the direct I thought was actually cool was the new Legacy of Kain remakes they were coming out with.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd give that.
Because like I don't know, maybe I'm the only one who felt this way, but like I always felt like back in the day, like when Ocarina of Time it was the big thing, I was like PlayStation's got Legacy of Kain though. Fuck that game.
Mhm.
This is so
Yeah.
much cooler. It's so
was
like
cool. It was cool. Yeah.
so a lot of people like I don't know. There's a lot of people I feel like never played the Legacy of Kain games. You know, they're really good if you like old 3D platformer games or those action games. They're one of the first ones.
Oh, I complain about remasters all the time, but like I complain about PS4 games getting remastered. I love when they remaster old games that people.
I'm
can play
hoping.
them.
I'm hoping they do it physical because I want to own it physical. So I'm hoping they
Yeah,
do
they're
it. Now, the one that I want them to remaster is the Reno one, Blood Omen. That one
Original
needs
one?
to be. Yeah, but that one will be have to do our whole reboot of the series. They will have to do the whole remake of the game because it didn't age well. It really didn't age well.
Yeah, that's fair. And the one on PS2 as well. So if
Mhm.
they really want to like go for it.
Yeah.
I got some pretty cool stuff this week. First of all, things to show. I got some CDs. I've been picking up CDs from like when I was younger, growing up, and
Nice.
my budget is $1 each. So that's it. I'm not spending up for these things yet. I'm trying to build a collection cheap because these things are cheap. It's like when I first started collecting video games, they were cheap. I'm having more fun like at the satisfaction of, I have 10 now and it cost me $10. So here we have Three Doors Down.
Oh, nice.
That's a classic.
These are all like, I grew up like 2000, 2010, hard rock, heavy metal. That's what influenced me with music. This one here, actually, I got really excited for. So this is The Used.
Oh, wow.
Liars for a liar. That's
Yeah, I got this. I
love
threw
it,
it straight in the car. I got a CD player in there. And yeah, it's so good.
I love that.
And it was scratched, but I have a disc cleaning machine, so I was able to like make it look like brand new again, which is awesome.
Nice.
Dude, their first album is the best album. The very
The next
first
one was a
album.
little bit different, kind of a different genre.
That's
I
like the third one, I think. Right? Something like that.
I think
It's decent.
It's the one that has the bird in the worm, though. That's my favorite Used song.
Yeah, that song's amazing.
That's just so good. But yeah, there are. I'm pretty sure, that one of their earlier albums is definitely a lot better.
That's like that would be the album that you would listen to if like I was mad at a girl when I was 14.
Literally, yeah.
Like, I don't need you anymore. Like all that shit.
Emma.
To give the day away. That shit is like so hard to sing. Like literally,
like a day to remember or something. One of those.
Oh dear.
Bro,
This next one's a little bit different, but I like this type of music as well. And this is Passion Pit Madness.
I'm not
Got a
familiar.
couple of songs on here that I like.
Never. What is that?
They're
Type
more
of
of like the dance genre. But it was $1. I'm like, I listened to that one back in the day. Let me grab it. All right, next lot of games. I believe everything is Pokemon. We are whittling down on a full subset of every single Pokemon game ever released. I now have 5 left on my list.
Wow.
But he's not doing GameCube and N64.
I'm
not doing GameCube and N64. I'm doing everything else because I never had those systems. I don't want to spend $2,000 on games.
Yeah.
Just sit there because this is part of it. I'd rather I had this system as a kid, hit all the games for it, blah blah blah. So each to their own. I don't care. First one, interesting. This one. So here we have Pokemon Pinball, and I didn't buy this because every single copy was damaged, and I worked out why. It's because the box is wider than a normal Game Boy game. So this is a really wide box. So it's harder to find a good condition one. This is probably the best condition I've seen for sale. It's got a little like crease there. Because it's wider, the protective sleeve doesn't fit it. So I can't protect it. But it has a pinball attachment, which is a little bit different, which sort of like slots into the back of the Game Boy and then you put the game in. That's why the box is so wide. Nice little spin-off title for the Game Boy Color. A couple for the Wii. Here we have Pokemon Battle Revolution. Now, this happened to both of these games. They both arrived scratched. I sent the sellers messages, and both of them sent me $20 refunds. I've got a disc cleaning machine. I was able to make them both look like fantastic again. So, but I bought them both with like descriptions saying that they're fine. So, I'm going to argue that on eBay. But yeah, Pokemon Battle Revolution. I love the spines of these too. They have the little Pokemon thing there, which is cool.
Right. At least they gave you $20 off. or $20 back.
Yeah. The first one was a mum, and she's like, I'm sorry, it was my kid. And then the other one was one photo, very good condition. It had scratches on it. Like,
Yeah, very much not good condition. I love when that happens.
And this was $70, so to get it for $50, I was happy with that. And that is Poker Park 2
nice.
Beyond Wonders. It's an $80 game. He had the cheapest listing, and it was like a brand new listing, so I was pretty happy to get it.
The hell is that?
Never heard about this game. Wow.
There's two of them. They're very obscure games, and that's why they're quite expensive, is because it's Pokemon, and it didn't sell well, and they didn't make many copies.
Wow.
I've never even heard of that game.
I'm still after the first one. It's one of the 5 I have left for a full set. But moving on to these next two. Now, these next two are special. They're the most expensive DS games. I paid a lot for them. I paid $700 for these two.
Oh!
I met a girl at a train station because she wouldn't post them. Now, I paid like well under eBay prices. On eBay, you're looking at like $9 to $9.50 for the two of these. So the first one is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky.
I have that one.
American prices are a lot cheaper. Australia prices are crazy. So take that.
I think it's still pretty expensive in America as well, though. Yeah.
Yeah, this is meant to be a really good game too. So it's a spin-off title. It didn't sell many copies, and people want it, and it's good. So
yeah,
the next one isn't good. The next one is like Connect 4 or
what's that one?
Yeah, something bad. It is Pokemon.
Oh,
Crazy.
yeah.
Oh, I have that one as well.
I remember that one.
It did not sell very well. So I ended up getting this for free, and then this one for $4. So I was happy with that. On eBay, that goes for like $400 to $500. So it's actually crazy,
insane.
I'll zoom in. Like that's the type of game it is.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
I remember this game. Yeah,
Dr. Mario Pokemon or something.
Yeah,
kind of.
But you know, Pokemon. But I got all the DS Pokemon games now. They look really cool. Seeing them on the show. So.
Nice.
5 left. 4 of them are cheap. I'm just waiting for copies on eBay to show up for a decent price. I don't want to pay like more than what they're worth when they show up.
Oh, 100. Yeah.
One of them's expensive, and it's for the Game Boy Advance. It's Pinball, Ruby Sapphire, and I'm after a minty one. So I'll just wait. If it takes a year, it takes a year. Like I've got everything else. I'm at that end of the journey now. Yeah, and that's everything. Sweet. Who would like to go next?
I'll go if you want.
Go ahead, Joe. I'm good.
All right. So luckily, I keep getting weird random shipments from Limited Run the day of the show. I'm like, I only have 2 games. Hey, I have 7 games now, motherfucker. I'll show off my Switch stuff first. So I got Rogue Legacy 2.
Nice. Love the first one.
Really good game, man.
Yeah. I have not played Rogue Legacy 1. It's like one of those games that's always been on my list. Like, I should play that game. It looks really cool. And when I saw that they announced the sequel, I was like, yeah, I'm going to pick it up. It's like, I know a lot of people don't like roguelites. They shit on them. They say there's too many of them, but I do like that formula. I like that game style. I enjoy that. I'm a grindy person. I like RPGs. I like games that they're like, oh, just sit here and play this a million times. I'm like, okay. I'm like that. I don't know. Some people can't stand that, but I don't mind that. I don't mind repetitive gameplay. I think it's fun to get better and to get stronger and to get farther each time. And I don't know. I like the progression. Makes me feel it's like I don't know. It feels good. So this is Bat Boy from Limited Run.
Never heard about it.
Never heard of that one.
Is a like new NES style game, basically.
Okay.
So it looks like a Nintendo game. And you're like a dude, and you have a baseball bat, and you walk around smacking bitches in the head.
Okay.
And that's it. And I mean, that sounds good to me. Save your friends from the clutches of the evil Lord Vicious and stop the trials of darkness with the baseball bat. Fucking go. So speaking of Nintendo games, this is like a remaster, remake, revisioning something of Shadow of the Ninja Reborn.
Really?
Yeah, so I guess this is an NES game. I'm pretty sure, and this is like a remake of it. And it's not like freaking super new graphics, but like they gave it like a fresh coat of paint. And I guess they updated some of the mechanics. And I've heard it's really good. I heard it's like really technical. Like it's like you have like a ton of different moves you can do, and you can like I don't know, like do combos and bounce off people's heads and shit and do all this wild shit. It looks good. I heard it's kind of hard though. So, but I'm down with that. Like I like games like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like old NES games that are brutal hard because it's funny how those games are. Because at first when you play them, you're like, this is impossible. How the hell is anyone how the hell does anyone play this crap? And then like 2 days later, you're like, oh, you're like pixel perfect jump here, and you just duck under that. And every time that guy
you figure it out.
You rise to the occasion, and I like that. Like I like games that are like, no, figure it out, bitch.
Figure it out, yeah.
Figure it out. You want to beat it? Figure it out. Or you either get better or you stop playing. That's it. So I kind of appreciate that. But this game is the opposite of that. This is like a chill game for the most part. This is
I want that game.
Dave the
Dave
Diver.
Survivor. Yes, I need to do it.
This game is freaking awesome. I can't like it's one of the, it's supposed to be an indie game, but it's not. It was made by like a big studio, I guess. Not a big studio, but they had like a ton of backing. Like it was like $1 billion game. It wasn't like some cheap little game or something. But it's incredible. It's like it's just one of these games that like the more you play it, the crazier and crazier it gets. So like you dive and you catch fish and you do stuff like that, but you also have like a restaurant, and then it gets wild, dude. You end up fighting like huge bosses, and then you end up like having like a farm, and like it's
it
crazy.
Looks crazy. It's on my list.
It's my list too.
Yeah, and it's it's funny and quirky. It's got memorable characters, and it's just a wild game. And like I just remember like it's one of those games where like my girlfriend was actually playing it, and like the first couple days I watched her, I'm like, that's cool. And then like 4 days later, she's playing the same, and I'm like, is this the same game? What the hell is going on? She's like, I don't know. I got a machine gun. I'm like, what the fuck? This is crazy. It's cool. It's a good game. If you're looking for something different, I would recommend it. Okay, cool. So I got some stuff.
This is way off topic, but I was thinking about something last night, Joe. I was doing those music quizzes on the Call Keeper. How are you meant to do those on the console?
I don't know.
You use your keyboard and type in the numbers. It took me like half an hour to do one. I'm like, oh my god, I got to talk to Joe about this.
I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest. I played the game for like 10 hours on my Steam Deck, and it was okay, but I knew I wanted to play it with the keyboard and mouse. It's so much better. When you have an inventory with 50 billion things, I don't want to be scrolling through it with a controller.
No, I'm gonna buy it and just keep. I'm gonna buy a PS4 copy and just keep it sealed because I like the game. But it's a game that you don't want to play on console.
I'll definitely 100% buy it physically just to support the developer because I really like.
Probably Switch as well, just because I'm like, yeah, that'll be cool to have in my Switch collection. It's half price. That half price games. That's how you can justify both consoles. That's what Joe used to say.
That's right. It's true. If it's cheap,
it was half price, so I bought it on both consoles.
Correct. So for 60, I got it on both consoles. That's like buying one game. That's like that's like buying a Switch game and getting the PS4 copy for free or whatever. It makes sense in my mind, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
So I ordered some stuff from
Math.
Let's not start that. Let's not be the origin of that shit.
We can clip this.
Oh god.
Boy Math is buying a half price game on 2 systems.
It's true. Like my dad, he used to buy light salt. I know it's a thing, but you can buy light salt.
It's a thing, yeah.
And then he'd be like, "No, I can use twice as much." I'm like, "Motherfucker, that's not how it works. That's not the point. It's not you. That's not
It's the whole purpose."
No, that's not right.
That's so funny.
I've started drinking Coke Zero instead of Coke, so can I drink twice as much now?
Sure, you go nuts. Fucking put an IV of that shit in, whatever, man. All right, so I picked up Dusk from
I heard about that game. Yeah.
Nice.
So this is Hard Copy Games. If you guys are familiar with that company, this is the last game that they released.
Oh,
And it's like a boomer shooter. And I grabbed this one because there's two covers actually. So I grabbed it. This is the second one I didn't have. So this is the first one. So there's two variations you can get.
What?
I don't even have one.
Exactly.
There's
Like they're
the,
coming towards each other. Like that looks cool.
there's like the antler dudes in front of the church, and then there's the I don't know what you want to call those guys.
That's
The
on
friendly
sale. I thought
pointy
about
hat.
grabbing it. I didn't know it had a physical.
Yeah, so there's two different versions. These are the two cover variants, and yeah, I don't know. It's the last games that they're going to release from their company, and they're good games. And I thought the covers are really cool, and I like the game. So I don't normally do this, but I was like, yeah, I'll buy them both. And I bought them wicked spread out, so it didn't hurt or nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so the reason I even did the order is because they announced that they did a reprint of this game. They reprinted AI the Somnium
right.
Files, the first game.
Interesting. So I got a story about this game, at least in Australia.
Mhm.
It only got released by EB Games, right?
And the
And I had a
collector's
friend that worked for EB Games, and she got given the game because when she was working there, the game got pulled from the store, and they were told they weren't allowed to sell it anymore. And she was told to throw the copy in the bin, and she's like, "I wanted to play this," and kept it.
So why?
Sold
It,
to
was,
me.
it has something
In
wrong
Australia,
with it?
all copies got taken down. I don't know the reason, but employees were told to throw copies in the bin.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, I think isn't this one of those ones where you have to figure stuff out or people die or something? Maybe there's some sort of messed up.
I saw some. Do you know the
Like
year
that.
you found the copy sealed?
I have no idea.
And it may have been a case that like it was behind the counter and removed from the shop front, and that's why you got a sealed one. Because getting a sealed one is pretty rare in Australia.
So this ESRB one was super expensive. Like you couldn't get a copy of this for like less than $100.
I'm gonna look up the price here. I'm sure it's crazy.
And I was like, it's a visual novel, and I like visual novels, but I'm not super into visual novels.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made a Danganronpa, if I'm correct.
Yes, Danganronpa. So there's a few visual novels that I'd like to have. So this one, I wanted this one. I have Danganronpa trilogy, and I'd really like to get that House of Fata Morgana or whatever. I heard that one's really good too.
Yeah, I've heard that's good.
And then there's another one called Clanad, CLANNAD.
Is it based off the anime?
Probably.
That is an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
That is so sad.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. They're stories. These are just story games. They're interactive stories, comics, whatever. They're sort of like that. So the story's got to be amazing. Otherwise, what's the point? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I heard that one's really good. So I grabbed this one.
Nice.
And I'm pretty excited to have it. So I have this one and I have the sequel now.
Nice.
It's expensive here, but not like crazy. It's you can get one on eBay for $80, which is kind of ridiculous. But
what's funny too is I was trying to work out a trade with Reggie on some games. And that was one of the ones he had. And I was like, well, I'll trade for that. And he was like, yeah. Well, and then like 2 days later, I'm like, never mind. It's getting a reprint. I'm good. He's like, no, wait,
take it back.
No. Take back. You said.
All right. So here we go, boys. Here it is, you guys. Game of the year. We're all coming back next week. We're going to play this together live on stream. I hope you're ready.
Oh, God.
It's time to get back out there, boys.
Team dates.
Game of the year is
Oh,
what
my
are you talking about?
Game of the year. This is it right here.
10 out of 10 IGN.
Yeah. So this is a FMV game where you go on dates with ladies.
Oh, God.
my
Oh, God.
You try to be romantically successful, I guess. I don't know. The sequel to 5 Dates. I don't know. I have like a full.
It didn't work out for him. Now he's doing 10.
Yeah.
Right. I have like a full FMV set. And this is why I hate collecting full sets of anything, because then you get committed to shit and you're like, well, I guess I have to buy this one. I have to buy that one. I have to buy this one. So now, there's going to be probably like 15 of these things. There'll be 15 dates. There'll be 20 dates. There'll be 20. And people come over like, why do you have like all these dates games? I'm like, shut the fuck up. All right. I just do.
I bought the first one and then OCD bought the rest.
Yeah, dude, you know what though? Those are funny games. Like, I bet if I stream those, that would be freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
It'd be a riot. Maybe I will stream that actually.
This is a little bit off topic, but have you seen the game or played a game called Dale and Dawson?
Mm-mm.
It's a game where everyone's in an office setting, and there's a manager, and there's a bunch of workers, and you're either assigned as a hard worker or a slacker, and the manager's job is to fire the slackers. And it's just like a social game. You go around talking to people. And my mate's been streaming it, and I'm like, yeah, rightio. I clicked off the stream the first time, but I've been watching it. It is absolutely hilarious. It's so good.
So there's two of the Somnium Files games. So the first one is the one that's really expensive, and then there's another one that says like Nirvana something on it. That's the second one, and that one's cheap, and you can find it everywhere. Yeah. So if the first one is $44, that's amazing because I've never seen it that cheap. At least
I'd be grabbing it and flipping it on eBay for 80.
The Nirvana initiative. Yeah, that's the second one. That's not the first one. That's why that one's a little cheaper. It's called The Last Faith.
Oh, I need to get that one. Yes, that game is so good.
It looks badass.
That game is so
Is it like a Souls type game?
No,
it's like a 2D action game. But
I tried the 2D Souls. Like even what was the one that got the limited run did?
Blasphemous.
Salt and Sanctuary.
Oh, Salt and Sanctuary.
I even tried that. But it's like renowned as the best, and I'm like, yeah, I just don't love that 2D style Souls. You know, I want 3D. Sorry.
I love 2D games. I'm an old school gamer. I could play 2D action Metroidvania games for all eternity. I literally never get enough of them. I think they're so fun. And this one is very, very much like with the Bloodborne arc. It's got that gothic, evil ass shit going on, super dark,
Victorian style.
Yeah, look at the back. Everything's fucking gray. It's just depressing and evil and fucking. You want to put on a black metal album and just do like that shit the whole time. So it looks fun. I had to have it, and that was one of those ones where I'm like, watch me just like ignore it and have it sell out. It'll be like a $200 game or something. And then this one I bought for like $20 because why not? It's called Happy Funland.
That one looks interesting. I've seen that before. Yeah,
Souvenir Edition. It's a VR2 game, and I have a soft spot.
You gotta be a VR. That makes sense.
And I just like collecting for the VR. I think the VR2 set's going to be super small. Like, I don't think it's going to be more than like 50 games total, like the whole thing. So I'm like, I might as well try to pick up most of the ones I want. Although I've already decided not to go for a full set because there's a couple games that I'm like, no, I'm good. Like I have the full PSVR 1 set. I got a bunch of stupid ass games in that set I don't want. Stupid.
That's not most of my VR games. I haven't got a VR. You know, what's the point to them?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that'll definitely do it.
I held on to a few that are like collectible things like that. But...
That's all I got, friends.
What do you got first, right?
So I only picked out 3 of my pickups because if not, we'd be here for a while. So I picked out 3. So big horror guy, that's obvious. This was $20 on Amazon. I know nothing about it. It's, I guess, a VR game, but it's compatible, so you don't have to. So I got that, which
those are fun. I like those games. I don't know, but I think they're good games. I think the original game in VR is fun.
Yeah, I figured, hey, why not? Check it out. See, this one I'm looking forward to. Still Wakes the Deep. I've heard really good things about it, so was super excited to pick that up. I know nothing about it, but it will be played soon. And the last one was a gift from my fellow Super Retro Force brother, the Mad Belmont. Now the green screen's going to cut it out, but it is Silent Hill Downpour. It is Silent Hill Downpour. Yeah, so
you didn't get anything. That's just John Cena, the video game.
John Cena, the video game. Yeah, but yeah, just look.
I love how the sticker shows up.
That's so funny.
Right there. That's it. And then a couple horror games.
Nice, dude. It's very cool. Yeah, that Still Wakes the Deep game is supposed to be like it's basically you're out in the middle of an oil rig in the ocean, and there's like a bunch of monsters killing everybody.
Yeah,
and it's supposed to be like, I guess that people say it reminds me of like The Thing. It's kind of giving that vibe.
Okay.
So I've heard really good things about it as well. It was actually like hard to get for a little while too. It was like sold out and it came back in stock. So definitely probably one that'll be collectible in the future. Horror games are just so collectible. Like you can't go wrong picking those up. So yeah, there's a couple new games coming out that look interesting too. There is a sequel to The Maid of Sker coming out.
Yes, I heard about that.
Something of Sker, I can't remember, but it's interesting because it's not like a regular horror game. It was like almost like a Left 4 Dead type thing.
Yeah.
It was cool, which I'm down for. I love Left 4 Dead. I don't know if you guys are fans. I absolutely love those games. I think they're
I love Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, so I wouldn't mind something kind of new like that. So that it looked pretty cool. Have you guys seen Slitterhead that's coming out?
Slitterhead? No.
Slitterhead looks weird, and I'm kind of there for it. It looks really cool. It almost like, did you play Ghostwire Tokyo?
Yes, I played that recently. I enjoyed that.
A good game. I really like that game. But that game had like a weird art style going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slitterhead's kind of like that. So it's not like a tank control horror, that type of horror. It's more like actiony, creepy, weird, but it looks cool. So I would definitely keep an eye out for that if you're looking for upcoming horror games that look neat. That one looks pretty good. Trying to think if there's anything else coming out that tickled my pickle. I don't know. You guys got any other horror games coming out soon?
If it comes in
Silent Hill
physical,
2. I got Silent Hill 2 pre-ordered, and then the Poppy Playtime Trilogy. Got that pre-ordered.
Oh, that looks cool. Yeah. That's like the 3 games, right?
Yep. I enjoyed all 3. So as soon as they announced the physical, I jumped on it.
This looks dope. Holy shit.
And then when does Silent Hill 2 come out?
October 8th.
Wow, that's pretty close. Couple weeks. You guys excited for it? You think it looks good?
Yeah. My opinion changed on it. At first, I wasn't with it, but after watching the gameplay that they released, I was with it.
Yeah, I'm for it. It's funny. Like I watched the trailers for it, and like I didn't notice much problems with it. And then I watched all the YouTube videos, and everybody's like, "Oh, this person they may look ugly, and this person."
Yeah, that's what mostly everybody was criticizing the girl and that doesn't look like a door, But who cares?
Well, so I'm dumb. I literally just assumed that they hired actors and they just made them look like them. Like, how they do that, and they how they bring in Detroit Becomes Human or any of those games, they bring in actors and they make it look like the actors. I just assumed that's what this was. I figured they hired new actors, voice actors or real actors, and they made the characters look like them. And so I was just like, man, that's really harsh. You guys are all saying this lady's ugly. She must feel like shit. And I guess it's not. And it is like a remake, and they I don't know, man. So I don't know. See, I'm lucky, I guess, because like I guess I don't hyper focus on stuff, and I don't remember shit that well from the originals.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember that stuff. Like I remember, like it was crazy. Like I saw people, they were talking about Legacy of Kain. They were criticizing like the statues look different. I'm like, how the fuck do you remember what the statues look like in Legacy of Kain from 1998? I can't remember what anything. But
I'll be playing the 2 side by side and comparing every single scene and blah blah blah.
I guess
like looking for something to dig at.
Yeah.
How do you play games these days? Is that fun? You having fun?
People don't play to play anymore. They play to criticize.
Well,
not a horror game, but I am excited for the Luna collection coming out next year. That'd be cool.
Yes, they have finally a reason to get a PS5 Pro.
Games.
I'm sure they'll work on the regular PS5. They were PS1 games.
If my turn-based combat isn't in 120 FPS, why even bother? You know what I'm saying? No, I am actually really
like that's always that's cool when they remake stuff like that. It's like sweet. That didn't even get released in this country. Like if I wanted to buy that, I'd have to buy a North American console and then import the expensive games. It's like no sweet. I actually get to play it on a modern system and I get to own it. That's so cool.
That'll be awesome on the Switch.
Here. System Shock came out for PS5 too. You remember that game, System Shock?
Yeah, I got that. I talked about that in the last episode I was on. That was my pickup then. We all picked up System Shock.
I need to pick it up later on.
I got stuck in that game. Like
I gave up. Yeah, I didn't finish it.
I got to a point where I didn't know what to do, and I was like, I'm like, I have no ammo. I'm just running around with like a flat, like I got nothing. I was like, I have to start the game over. I failed. Like I don't know what to do. And I got no bullets, and I got nothing. Like
you restart games like that, and you get to a point, and you're like, I'm at the same point, and I'm so overpowered now, and it's really easy.
Of course. Yeah. Well, it's a very old school game that doesn't tell you what to do at all. You have to figure it out, and like I didn't really realize that as much until I was too deep in the game, and I'm like, shit, I really should have been paying attention to what I was doing. Because I don't know, like I'm sure there was a note that I missed or something that I didn't read, or maybe I did read and I didn't notice. But now I got like 462 fucking logs to listen to. I'm not going back and listening to all of them to try to figure out what I'm supposed to, like where I'm.
It's too much.
You have to like play it in logical order and listen to everything in logical order. And at the time you get that information, you have to make the correct choice to what you're going to do. So I don't know. But overall, the game is really cool. It's a good game. I don't want to knock it or anything. If you're smart, you'll probably have a good time. If you're dumb like me, maybe not. Although there was one part in the game that I freaking cracked up hysterically about. Made me laugh so hard. Is like there's this button on the bridge. It's this big shiny button, and it's like I'm like, well, all right, let's hit this button. Obviously, I might hit that button, and as soon as you hit the button, this giant satellite like fires a laser down on the planet and blows up everyone on the planet. And you kill everyone.
Oh shit!
You wiped out the human race. Congratulations. I'm like, shit.
I
probably not should have hit that button. What the hell, man? And I thought that was so funny. I'm like, who would put a button like that in the game? You fucking assholes.
Of course I'm gonna hit it.
But then, like, of course, like later on, I found like 4 audio logs that was like, hey, by the way, make sure you don't hit that button. I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe I should have listened to these. So
that's good.
Yeah, and there's a System Shock 2 is coming out, I think, soon.
Yep.
E3.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Gentlemen, this was awesome. Appreciate you guys coming on.
Thank you.
Super Retro Force down in the comments, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Check them out every Saturday. They do their own content, and then you guys out. A lot of your members have individual channels too. They do stuff too. So if you guys want to check them out, you can pick your favorites, and you can print out pictures and collect them all, and you can you can ship them. Like shipping and stuff, and put them in relationships. They love that. They would love it.
Oh yeah, hands down. Let's do it.
Yeah, big time.
Joe scared me saying Super Retro Force is coming on. I'm like, there's like 9 guys coming on the podcast. That's gonna be crazy.
That's why I was like, how do you want us to do this? There's like 12 of us. Like, how do you want me to?
Like, I got pickups. Should I just bring them next week?
Well, no. My original thought is I was gonna have everybody on like one at a time, but I'm like, that'll take a year.
Yeah,
that was Super Retro Force for like the next 6 months of the show. So I'm like, that's not gonna work. So I figured we get a couple on at a time, and we'll get a few people on at a time. We were supposed to have Mad Belmont on, but he couldn't make it. I remember. So we'll try to get him on like for a solo show, and I'm sure we'll get some more people on. And I'm sure Rad will come back. We'll have Ken back, and we'll chat about some more things. So yeah, this was great.
Thanks, you guys. It was a blast.
You guys got anything else you want to talk about before we go? Anything else you're plugging? Got any movies coming out? Video games coming out? OnlyFans pages? Anything like that?
Oh, my OnlyFans is spicy, but I got nothing.
Nothing. All right, cool. Well then, still up in the air whether or not we're going to have another episode this week, because we've done 3 in like a week, and I don't know, I might take a Thursday off this week, but you never know. Maybe we'll do another show. Depends on something crazy happens. I feel like there's always something wild happening in the video game world, and I'm like, I got to talk about this every week. There's some wild, crazy shit happening. It's like it's madness. So who knows? Maybe I'll be like, oh, we'll have no show, and then Switch 2 will come out Thursday morning. I'll be like, well, we're having a show now. So yeah, but yeah, thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Later, everybody.
There we go, guys. Peace.
You found the coolest place to be, the PlayStation Collecting Nerds, and come on, won't you stay with me? Welcome to the show. Gather round the boys and girls, collectors show you've been